I guess I'll just fill you in on what happened, because some of these quests, like, they automatically start a cutscene when you get into a certain area. And for this one, she was about to do it again. For this one, Sucrose shows up and goes like, "Oh, so-and-so, the alchemist, is out for a bit." She's talking about Albedo and Timaeus.
My apologies. I don't really know how else to describe him.
Right, she was describing Albedo.
If I could sketch you his portrait, I would. But my pencil strokes are no match for his.
So yeah, you get a little bit of, it sucks that these quests like automatically start playing the cutscene when you enter an area, because a lot of times you'll have a daily quest go right into one of these cutscene areas, and there's nothing you do to avoid like starting it up. In fact, I had a bounty at one point that was over here in the Wu Wang Hill, and it started up a Hu Tao's quest line, and while the cutscene was running for Hu Tao's quest, it was still ticking down the clock for the bounty. So, like, I got out of the cutscene and I only had like 2 minutes left to kill the thing. So, I just wish those cutscenes wouldn't play automatically. For multiple reasons. That would be a more practical reason. Like, hey, your other quest timers don't continue to tick down while the cutscene's going, and also, hey, sometimes you want to just save the cutscenes and the story for some other time. So I'll just have to recap whatever I remember. This one is fairly near the beginning of the quest line, though. You saw me. I went to the map. Not the wish. Boy. I tried doing a thing for my joysticks, but it would just ruin how the rest of the game plays. Like, I'd essentially not be able to walk anywhere. And sometimes platforming is a thing in this game. And you don't want to, like, run at this speed everywhere you go.
Scry the sky.
Let me just also... make sure that this is the quest line I need for... Yo, what the fuck? This is the one. Complete traveler observation report to access the shadows amidst stored... Okay. Traveler's observation report. Okay, we're doing the right quest. I just need to be sure.
Sister Rosaria! So here you are! Choir practice is about to...
I've told you already, I don't go in for that kind of thing. I've got more important matters to attend to.
Oh, but this event has commemorative significance. The church hopes that all sisters will be present.
Hopes? That's odd, because I don't recall a fulfill the hopes of others clause in my job description.
I mean, sure, but...
But what? You're the event organizer, aren't you? Do you not find it the least bit odd?
What do you mean?
This far out from Mondstadt at this hour? Even if you set out right now, I'll wager you'd still miss the opening ceremony. Who knows? Maybe this is someone's grand plan to make a fool out of you.
Huh? Well, that can't be. People aren't like that.
Evidence decides what people are like, not your feelings. Maybe you're a little too trusting of other people. Don't fret, nobody's gonna blame you if you go back empty-handed. I can't imagine anyone else was delusional enough to think I was gonna show up. But if you dally any longer, you really won't make it.
You're right. It's a very important commemorative event. If I'm late, then... right, I've gotta get going.
Seems like that sister's an expert in making people believe anything she wants.
I thought I heard something. Who are you and why are you eavesdropping?
We'd better watch out. She seems like a dangerous villain, or a trickster at best.
Oh, really? I'm a member of the long-standing Favonius Church. You're an eavesdropping pixie from who knows where, and you think I'm the trickster?
Wait, she heard that? But Paimon was whispering so quietly.
Were you?
And as for this outlander you seem to be following... Huh. So it's you. The honorary knight that saved us from Storm Terror. Well then, given your status, I won't press you on your reasons for eavesdropping. Otherwise, depending on your answer, I could have arrested you on the spot.
What? Do the Sisters of Mondstadt have the authority to arrest people now?
We can't go turning a blind eye to hidden dangers, can we? Why shouldn't sisters have a sense of justice?
That doesn't sound right. But Paimon can't think of a good comeback.
Let's talk about you. What are you doing in the mountains?
I was gonna say I have no idea, but we are looking for Albedo.
If it's him you're after, I made a point of noting his tracks. Many people have made their way up after the snowstorm. Let's hope they're still there.
She's got two.
So, are you also looking for him?
No, this is just a professional.
How's the volume, by
habit
the
of
way?
mine. I sensed elemental traces in these tracks.
Sounds good.
Never hurts to be vigilant.
Might turn the game down just a touch, because I saw it go into the yellow. As far as sisters go, you're fairly mysterious. You're more like a detective.
I couldn't care what you think. Come on then. I'd like to see what he's up to anyway.
Wow. Here's that too.
Zarya said there were elemental traces in the tracks. They should show up pretty clearly with elemental sight.
Is anybody looking forward to coming back to this mountain?
Let's light it up!
These things take some work to kill.
Let's light it up!
I'm not used to the voices, I'll admit, because I play this game on mute most of the time.
You know, little pixie, your ability to appear and disappear at will is very interesting.
Yeah?
After committing a crime, you'd be able to leave the scene without a trace.
You're so suspicious. Why is Paimon a criminal in your example?
Time to go! Shadows of fate! Delve into depth. I'm going in. Written in the stars. God's over.
I don't have ice on me right now, so these guys are taking a little more... This guy is taking a lot more hits than would usually take.
This is it.
If I had just... Oh, you know what, actually? If I run into another electric thing, I'll bust out, Diona. Don't forget to hydrate. Oh my god, I almost forgot to... Okay, sorry. So we just, yeah, we're just following footsteps. I'm just gonna avoid future combat, because I've fought all these...
It's getting colder and colder. Rosaria, aren't you freezing?
Me? I'm all right. I got used to operating in adverse conditions a long time ago.
Huh? Seems like there's more to being a sister in the Favonius Church than Paimon realized.
Again, we're doing this quest to, find this guy. So that we can do the current, like, event that's going on right now.
Is that Albedo? Why would
Albedo.
he hang around a place like this?
I don't know. Autoplay.
The word on the street is he loves painting. He'll hang around anywhere for a good landscape. The views and scenery here are pretty good. Potential paintings everywhere you look.
But can't he see those hilly churros? Isn't he in danger? Uh-oh. Looks like we startled
Oh.
him. Enough talk. Let's take them out of the picture first.
Okay.
Who are you? Why did you alarm them?
I didn't... It wasn't me.
Thank the gods I'd already completed my painting. Would have been a shame to leave these particular hilly trails unfinished.
You were painting hilichurls?
What's up with painting hilly churros? What makes them so interesting?
I'm afraid the answer isn't easy to explain. If you'd like to have a look at my painting, it may give you a clue.
Very avant-garde.
Wow, look at the detail! But some of it seems to have been done in a hurry.
You can find these hilly trails anywhere. Quite boring, in fact. Not worth closer inspection.
Oh boy, are we gonna have to
Take a
find...
look at this specimen. The build, the coat, and there's a distinct force at work here. In the cyclical lives of such primitive communities, such unique attributes are an indication of evolution at work. Evolution, the transition from nothing into existence, from the known to the
Hold your horses. Ugh, something tells me we're in for a thesis and I haven't got the stamina. We found your man. I'm headed back.
What? Don't you have any questions for him? Hey! What a weirdo.
So Sister Rosaria brought you. Surprising. And I didn't have time to thank her. But back to the point. From her words, it seems that you were looking for me?
Mm-hmm. We met a girl in Mondstadt, Sucrose. She said you were stuck with your research.
I see. So Sucrose sent you here. Then, if I'm not mistaken, you must be the honorary knight. You've got the whole of Mondstadt talking. I've heard a bit of everything. Your actions during Storm Terror's attack, your elemental control, and quite a few other mysterious things. I'll skip to the conclusion. There's only one possibility after all. You came from afar. From another world, correct?
Correct.
Excellent. If I could procure your assistance, I think my research would benefit enormously.
I'm not sure I understand.
Forgive me. This must be confusing. Where should I begin? The essence of life?
Whoa. You want to start with that?
You're right. Giving a demonstration would be better than trying to explain. For example, awakening life. Breathing new life into fallen leaves.
You can do that?
Alchemy really is miraculous.
However, I have a particular seed in my possession. The method I'm talking about has produced no results. It's like you, in that it hails from another world. helping it to grow, to bloom. That's the problem my research is up against. That's where I need your assistance.
Well, if you're struggling to figure it out, Paimon's not sure we're gonna be much assistance.
I beg to differ. I'm unable to comprehend the intricacies of life outside of the known world. But you're not from the known world. By observing and researching you, I may just be able to find a way to get the seed to sprout.
So I'm an object of research.
Shall we just get out of here? This sounds a little freaky.
What's in it for me?
Mora, knowledge, and the answer to the question you are seeking. It happens to be an answer that I can provide. How does that sound? Time for a change of surroundings. We should be going. There's research to do.
Don't sound too enthused about it.
Albedo and that traveler seem to have hit it off. Takes a weirdo to know one, I guess. I wonder, does this constitute a risk to Mondstadt?
I can make it up there. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah. Now these things can attack me in a cutscene, I wonder.
Paimon has a question. After the seed sprouts, will it grow into anything?
I don't know, but I feel the importance will lie in the method, not the endpoint. Using alchemy to awaken otherworldly life into that would constitute a big leap in my understanding of the essence of life. After awakening, even creation may be possible. Still a little difficult to understand?
No, Paimon's got a brain. But what's the seed gonna become? Isn't that more interesting than whatever it was you were saying?
Doesn't seem like you understood.
Well, if it turns out to be a delicious fruit, dinner's on me.
Yay! Paimon's holding you to it.
You've seen through a Paimon's ulterior motives.
Well, let's just say I, occasionally have to look after a child. Another lengthy explanation, I'm afraid. I suppose it's one of the few non-alchemy related disciplines I'm any good at. The subject of my first research was the elements. In this world, manipulating the elements requires a vision. Though I can't see anything resembling one on your person, how you're able to freely manipulate elemental power is something I'd like to ascertain. I've got a few questions in that regard. Firstly, do you have any extra organs? A second heart? A fourth stomach? Things of that nature.
Not that I'm aware of.
Fascinating. And this floating child is connected to your body in some way?
What a stupid question. Can't you see the gap between us? And another thing, it's Paimon, not floating child.
I was merely considering the possibility that you were an external organ. Perhaps there is some invisible force connecting you.
I caught Paimon with a fishing rod.
Oh, that rules out that possibility. I wonder, did Paimon guide the elemental power to you? But that would mean that Paimon's elemental power would be enough to break through a mountain rock at least 10 meters thick, or cause the waterfall south of Springfield to flow backwards. No, that definitely can't be it.
Hey, how would you know anyway?
In that case, it would appear that there's no obvious difference between the composition of your body and that of the humans in this world. Given that there's clearly a discrepancy in their research, it seems that only
Paimon is the math babe.
experimentation will
Yeah, that
yield the
face.
answers.
She's like,
Firstly,
oh,
this
no.
mysterious elemental
My
power.
brain.
I'd like to examine exactly how it manifests
I
externally.
don't understand.
Let me lure a few slimes to the area. Perhaps you'd be able to defeat them, using whatever method comes most naturally to you.
Huh? Doesn't seem very sciencey.
Direct and clear observation are imperative to a good experiment. This is just a simple exercise.
Fighting slimes?
Naturally, if you require a greater challenge, we could bring in 6 Oceanids.
6.
Slimes! Slimes are fine.
He wanted to bring 6 Oceanids in? Those fucking the water being that I had trouble with way back? When my fucking level cap was fucking me over? My god. As long as I'm not being batted around by hydro mimics.
Well, prepare yourself. The slimes will be here any moment.
Okay.
Teamwork is dreamwork. Fate is upon you. Higher, higher, hands on fire. Delves into destiny.
Hey.
Great work. Did you feel anything out of the ordinary?
No.
If you're injured, I have a few emergency potions ready.
The only damage I took was the damage I did to myself. Just a bit cold.
Excellent. According to my observations, the manifestation of the external elemental flow is as expected. Elemental reactions are normal. There's nothing out of the ordinary. Now that we know that the external flow is manifesting normally, let's test the internal flow.
Internal flow? How do you test that?
It's very simple. I can use alchemy to create a potion that will extract elemental power. If the elemental power is stored or accumulated physically within your body, this potion may elicit an elemental reaction.
Will it make my stomach swirl?
Sounds kinda terrifying.
Will it crystallize on my
Don't
stomach?
worry. In the normal course of events, you'd feel some temporary queasiness. No bodily injury.
And in the abnormal course of events?
If anything unexpected occurs, I've made the necessary preparations. Try not to worry.
It's not hugely reassuring.
Well, it's not that there aren't any risks involved. But if there is anything blocking your elemental flow, we'll be able to locate it with this test. Just a warning. If an internal elemental reaction occurs for any other reason, that's a bad sign.
It's like a health checkup.
Yes, that's an excellent way to think about it. Before we get started, the potion we'll use for the test is missing a catalyst. We'll need to find it. It's a type of ore known as star silver, but unfortunately not all of it is suitable. I'll take you to my campsite. We can gather some star silver ore on the way. I'll point out any likely contenders.
Was that the campsite I kept
All
running
going to
across?
plan, we should be able to begin concocting the potion when we get to the campsite.
Paimon's still got a few safety concerns, but it seems like there's a silver lining. Let's keep our eyes open.
Here, should do for catalyst purposes. This one, usable with a bit of polish. What luck. This should be enough. My campsite is just up ahead. I'll lead the way.
Sure you will. I'd rather not stick around. Okay, yeah, this is his campsite. Had a feeling. Who is this guy?
This is my campsite. I've added the materials we collected to the concoction. While we are waiting, have a look over here. My assistant Timaeus here is helping me with my research. I'm guessing you may have met
Timaeus.
that already.
Hello! I've just gotten hold of the data from your experiment. The report is already up on the board there.
Uh-huh.
Whoa!
Oh, whoa!
Data! You got all these results from one slime battle?
I wouldn't call them results, inferences, and a few daring guesses, perhaps. I think the most rational direction would be to expound on the phylogenetic relationship between this traveler and the slimes.
I would have thought even Paimon and I were more closely related.
Consider. You don't have a vision, but you can manipulate elemental energy. The slimes don't have visions either, yet they too are able to manipulate the elements. Following this line of thought, I'm sure we'll be able to establish a basis in fact.
Not bad for a point of entry. But strictly speaking, slimes are elemental life forms. In other words, beings consisting entirely of the elements. A cryoregisvine, or even a whopperflower might be a better analogy. But tracing back the phylogenetic relationships between plants and animals, you might have to trace back to the world's origins. In that sense, things might get difficult, don't you think?
Yes, sir. That sounds correct.
After all, we've got our primary data already. This traveler is a visitor from another world. If it turned out that she did have a phylogenetic relationship with this world. Now that really would be something, wouldn't it?
Ah, it would. Apologies. I was so excited to get the data. I'll slow down a bit next time. Speaking of data, to complete our research, we'll need some more. I'll be conducting analysis here for the time being. If you're keen for an update, just come and find me.
Great, I'll leave you to it. Looks like the potion's ready. I'll try a little first. If all goes well, I'll hand it over to you. In line with my expectations. Ready to drink.
All right.
Remember to keep calm at all times, and breathe deeply if you feel unwell.
Okay. Fire. Ow!
Tasty? You've got a funny look on your face.
It's burning a bit.
You said you tried some already. You sure it was ready? What's happened to her?
Oh, this was the result I was expecting. And a very positive one at that. This potion channels elemental power into the body. Under normal circumstances, a repelling reaction is to be expected. But if the internal elemental flow is unimpeded, you'll only experience momentary discomfort. Once the flow is complete, there won't be any other effects.
So you knew you'd be sick and still drank some?
It was my own concoction, of course. Only natural for me to be the guinea pig.
Out of consideration for the test subject?
But of course, you're my assistant. By all sense and reason, it would be wrong of me to place that risk onto you. In conclusion, I'd say we have our conclusion. As far as elemental energy is concerned, you're no different from anyone else in this world. Nothing peculiar.
Aw, Paimon wanted something cooler to happen.
Then again, better an ordinary result than a peculiar result. Peculiar results have a tendency to be of the undesirable variety.
I feel like you're referring to something in particular.
The good thing about ordinary is that everything is an object of reference, and everyone understands you. People are the same, they can understand, empathize, encourage, and support one another. When you're sick, a doctor can diagnose you because they are you. When something goes wrong, you can ask people who've made the same mistake for their experience because you are them. But a peculiar person, they don't have much recourse for the things we take for granted. The essence of their life is fundamentally different. For example, a human can't understand the life of a pyroregisvine or an Eye of the Storm. Have I explained it clearly enough?
Still seems like there's another layer of meaning to your words.
To sum up, this has been a positive outcome. Going forward, you can use your elemental power without fear. Timaeus.
Yeah, if I ever
the
play as the
results of the new
Traveler ever
experiment are-
again.
If you could see to collating them.
Just a moment, sir. I'll handle it.
Timaeus!
You gave me a lot to consider. Really stretched my limits. I'm thinking a lot clearer now. Having you down as an animal wasn't very precise of me, but starting with the premise of an elemental life form, now that was...
Not bad. I think it's an interesting line of inquiry. Whatever the truth of the matter, I'd like your research at the fore as opposed to my judgment.
You can count on me, sir. I'll extract a result satisfactory to all.
Is he trying to join the Knights? He's starting to sound like a suck-up. What Paimon meant to say was, that's the spirit. Mr. Albedo, say something.
Before we can proceed with our research, I need to prepare something. Wait one moment. If you're interested, why not have a look around? It may help to pass the time.
Observe the table. Looks like an alchemy work table. Some potions and other apparatus are laid out here. Are these what Albedo uses to investigate the world? It wouldn't hurt to touch it, would it? A board with some incomprehensible experimental reports stuck onto it. Still, you can tell that progress is being made on those experiments. A shelf packed with books and potions. Looks like the owner has a habit of reading and researching potions simultaneously.
Here comes Albedo. Let's go see him.
Yeah.
I'm back. Did you see anything interesting?
Could make heads or tails of anything.
Not to worry. They're all for alchemical purposes. You'd be hard-pressed to find an everyday use for them. Well, on with the research. There may be significant differences between different worlds. Take Tevat, for example. Here, those with visions can manipulate the elements. But worlds may well exist where only one person is able to do so. Or even everyone. So, leaving elements to one side, do you possess any unique abilities? Ones that don't exist in this world? I think answering this question calls for the same methodology as last time. In other words, time for the next experiment.
Am I battling slimes again?
No. You shan't be required to exert quite so much effort this time around. Now, see this pillar here? Use your willpower to try and break it.
What? Paimon, you give it a shot.
You think Paimon knows how to do that stuff?
That was your best effort? Well, can't be helped, I suppose. Have you tried using your elemental power with food? I don't mean for cooking as such. Rather, channeling your power into the ingredients themselves. I'm curious to see how the taste and texture respond. It may even help with proliferation.
You're just not peckish.
I suppose I have a curiosity for things that others find surprising. Anyway, why don't you cook us up a sunshine sprat? I've just finished preparing the recipe.
A new recipe?
Paimon was looking forward to more mad scientist stuff.
What?
Not only is this recipe a staple for me, it's also worth experimenting with and highly nutritious.
Paimon bets you're just hungry. It does sound yummy, though. Okay, Paimon approves.
I know what you're getting at.
Good buddies are always on the same page.
I'll leave you to it then. Looking forward to the results. If there's anything left over, maybe Timaeus can finish the last morsels.
Paimon doesn't think we'll have that problem.
Paimon not looking forward to food? Yeah, I was gonna say, like, what? Who are you?
Power into the food. Maybe try the willpower thing again.
Maybe I should learn the recipe first. I've come up with a new recipe.
From anyone.
Oh boy, but what was it called again?
Fate is
Sunshine
Let's just do it the
Sprat.
old-fashioned way.
Sunshine. Uh-oh. I need 3 butter. Well,
Nor can it be reversed. It can only...
either I have to wait 15 minutes or I can buy some, so I'm just gonna buy some. BRB, Albedo. Do you have any butter on you, perhaps? Whomst? The fuck? Whomst with the Thoomsted? So let's see. Do you have butter, friend? Welcome to Second Life. Nope.
Try something new at the one.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I know you can buy butter somewhere. I think possibly in Mondstadt. This guy wants me to fucking cook some food. I'm like, well, I hope you have all the ingredients. What do you have for sale? Uh-oh. There we go. Butter. I need 3. I knew I could buy it somewhere. Let's just cook it here. Why isn't he providing the ingredients? Doesn't he have a pantry? So yeah, he had something, but it wasn't. It was more alchemy based. Sunshine Sprat. Did somebody say Chris Pratt? Let's do this. We have a chance to double it if Noelle cooks. Hey, we got double. Just in case, I guess. Alright, back to the mountain. These fruity snacks. Alright, Albedo. I've traveled across the realm to make your fucking
That was
food.
fast. Looking forward to testing the results.
Mm-hmm.
An average outcome experimentally, but you've really brought out the flavor. You seem well versed in the science of gastronomy.
Cooking?
As far as the proliferation hypothesis is concerned, we've come up short. Seems like food presents the same headaches in your world as it does ours. Unless... could it be that the natural laws of this world are limiting your unique abilities?
Maybe?
We just didn't know how to channel elemental power into the food. It's a little more complicated than adding herbs and spices, you know.
Not to worry. At least we put some food to good use. No need to feel disheartened. And here's your portion. Enjoy. I can box it up if you like.
Woohoo! Thanks! Glad you were paying attention.
You're Paimon's new favorite. Not often that Paimon gets this much attention.
I can tell that you're good friends. Paimon was keeping an eye on you and your safety during the whole experiment.
Was she?
Not that Paimon would have been able to do much if things had gone wrong. But anyway.
Hey! You were being nice a second ago! But you do have tasty recipes, so Paimon forgives you. And you're right, we are good friends. You have good friends too, right? Good students?
Yes. I'm fortunate too, I suppose. Anyway, moving on to the next experiment. There are all manner of alchemical items here. Keeping them in their proper place is a challenge at the best of times. A while ago, I had the misfortune of misplacing a batch. I managed to retrieve the majority, but 2 vials have been evading me. Animal crystal fly elemental extract and electrohypostasis powder.
Paimon's barely finished eating, and you want us to go gathering again?
Don't worry if you can't locate them. I was planning to replace them anyway. Though finding them would save me the hassle. If you had, say, a superpower, like night vision or vibratory sensing, lost property would be a thing of the past. I must have dropped them somewhere in the area where you were looking just now.
So, guess we'd better take a look.
There should be some elemental traces in the lost items.
Oh yeah! You could use elemental sight!
Is that a thing everybody can do? I can't remember. Stop! Electromark.
This must be electrohypostasis powder!
Animal
The
mark.
extract of an animal crystal fly can only be animal elemental energy, right? This has gotta be it!
Goodness, you managed to find them. Incredible. 1,000 thanks.
Sounds like he knew I had that power.
I'm wondering, this elemental sight, this is what allowed you to locate the items and find me here on the mountains, correct?
Yep! Guess it does sorta count as a superpower, huh?
Unfortunately, though elemental sight is seldom seen, it is not unheard of in Tevat. Only a never-before-seen otherworldly power would be of benefit to my research.
You mean, we failed again?
Don't be disheartened.
It's just not special
This
enough.
falls entirely within my expectations. Besides, getting these items back, I'd call this a very worthwhile experiment. I
Seems
have
we're
to
just
come at
running
the
errands.
deduction that the items would contain elemental traces. Right then. Up until now, our research has focused on your otherworldly identity. Our research on your identity as one of us is just beginning.
How do I get off this train? With you to the end.
In essence, the differences between humans are reflected in our intellectual and physical capabilities. Let's start with physical. Looking out from where we're standing, can you see what Sucrose is doing?
Nope.
And if you jump from here and landed on that cliff, the one over there, could you see her then?
Nope.
So what about if you planted a single blow on the mountain face here, and it burst into a million fragments? Then could you see her?
Sounds like we're still on the superpower test.
Then I shouldn't get too excited. Still, we'll gain a more thorough understanding with an experiment.
Going to destroy a
I know
mountain?
of a location that will be perfect for a physical test. Please, follow me.
This is the second time you've wanted me to destroy a thing.
Still in one piece! Good thing the vial's so strong.
At least these experiments aren't, Whoops. Come on. Get up the mountain.
Off we go!
We climbed a mountain. Well,
You want us to jump? From up here?
Not necessarily. Not if you know of a better method, that is.
we'd better have a better method.
Whichever method you choose, the experiment will end when you reach the opposite shore of the lake. I will factor the time expended and your top speed into my comparative analysis.
The opposite side of the lake. So, we're gonna be swimming?
Without limitations, we complete tasks intuitively, using the method that seems most rational to us. Some of us would be unable to stand the icy waters. Others might find the whole thing rather refreshing. No matter what choice you make, it's all a part of the experiment. For me, every detail is invaluable to the research.
It's actually less stressful than the superpower part.
Then if you would, please, I eagerly await the results.
So you just want me to glide and go?
Wait a minute. While we're busy testing, what exactly are you gonna be doing?
Me? Recording data, responding to risks, providing, emotional support.
So, if we do decide to go swimming, you gonna dive in with us?
What
No.
the fuck?
Unless you're thinking of conducting competitive research?
Oh! Forget Paimon said anything.
I don't know what the yellow shit is. Who needs to swim?
Great work. I've never seen a performance quite like it. Your reputation precedes you, Traveler. The data shows that you're easily outperforming the average citizen in Mondstadt.
But you followed us the whole way without breaking a sweat!
Me? Actually, I used alchemy to cheat a little. But anyway, if it turns out that the natural laws of Tavad do not affect you, I should be able to make various inferences about the otherworldly civilization you belong to. If the natural laws of Tavad do affect you, then I shall be able to make inferences into the kind of evolution that would occur under the absence of such effects. The innumerable possibilities that this could present, the captivating insights, it would be something to savor again and again.
But how does this help your research?
You've helped me to unravel many of the problems that were holding it back. When we return to the campsite, I should be able to show you something interesting.
What else have you researched this thoroughly?
I may be about to make some analogies between you and a few unusual specimens. I hope you won't be offended. Gold, petrified trees, a sun 8 times the size of our own. The essence of the investigative process is enthralling, but such feelings are inevitably fleeting in nature. I'm willing to pour all my energy into research, and yet specimens are finite. As the unknown transitions into the realm of scientific understanding, the feeling of enlightenment is lost. All these things that start out as objects of fascination end up possessing the prosaic mundanity of a sunsetia or a sweet flower. They cease to be noteworthy.
Wah.
Oh, so that's why you wanted to paint those hilly turtles? Because you got to see something new and interesting in the differences between them?
Precisely. To quote my exact words from earlier, these creatures are, for the most part, quite boring, not worth closer inspection. There is precious little about them that serves to pique my curiosity now.
So after all these experiments, are we gonna be, like, boring to you? Like some basic draft of a sketch?
Of course not. You have been of great assistance to me, and I will remember this friendship for a lifetime. Now, before we head back to the campsite, there's one more experiment. Intelligence. Follow me. There are some other ruins nearby.
Yeah, I had a feeling that was... Oh, there's that one place I kept running into off stream and going like, what the fuck is this place all about? I don't get it. It's a puzzle I couldn't solve until I got to this semi-story bit. Yeah, there's like some sort of water puzzle here.
I imagine you must have encountered more than a few conundrums during your travels. I'd like to observe your intelligence by means of a practical test of your capabilities, much as we did for the physical test.
No problem.
I'd like you to explore these ruins and return with your findings. There are 2 puzzles located at the far ends of the ruins. After completion, you should be able to activate the mechanism in the center. As with the physical test, there are no restrictions. Everything you do is an action I wish to observe.
I'm getting good at these.
A tried and tested adventurer, I see. So, let's see you in action. Start wherever you like.
So I wonder if this puzzle will just be available to me now. Let's see here.
Sealy like these are a common sight in the mountains. Returning them to their rightful places is up to you.
Yeah, these things were not here before. Oh, cool.
Let's light it up! Go! Keep back!
Okay. Where would the second one be? Over there. Well, that's cool. I didn't want you to climb it anyway. Okay, these things can't be climbed. Good to know. So I watched you swim around in the water. It seems you didn't know that you couldn't climb on those things. It was very dumb, if I should be so blunt. Mm-hmm. Oh boy. Seely's being a little shit. Just go to your home so I can deal with this guy.
Let's light it up! This isn't good. See? I'm going in! Decided by destiny. Time to go!
Okay, that's one.
It's a complex environment, so proceed with caution. It should now be possible to activate the central mechanism.
First try, I guess.
Exactly what will happen when you do is something I'm looking forward to finding out.
Hey, explaining things is Paimon's job.
Oh, seems that the water level has suddenly decreased. We should be able to see what's in the water now. Let's have a look. What's this?
I feel like I've seen these before.
To the best of my knowledge, these belong to a script of some kind. They can be found all over Teyvat, but they've never given up their secrets. There's still a lot to learn about them, And as for why they should ever have come to rest here, a true mystery. Let me make a copy first. I'll make time to go over them in greater detail after our research.
Another thing for the don't understand list. Unsolvable mystery this, weird experiment that. It'd be nice to get some cool results for once. Seems like if you want the reward, you gotta pay the price.
I've truly gained a lot from all this. Comparatively, the little reward I can offer is too small to mention. Let me return to the campsite first. By the time you get back, I may just have a fleeting miracle for you to witness.
I take it I passed the intelligence test.
Paimon's kinda looking forward to seeing the results of all this brain ache. Unless you can think of anything better to do, let's head back to the campsite.
Not so fast. You're not leaving until I'm convinced that nothing dangerous is going on here.
You! You didn't leave the mountain?
I most certainly did not. And I've witnessed everything that you and Albedo have been up to. I must say, you let your guards down. Or maybe you were drawn in by his compelling-sounding hypothesis and friendly demeanor.
He has ulterior motives?
Taking orders from a complete stranger? Drinking anonymous potions? Participating in all kinds of strange experiments? I'd sooner believe you were tricked than that you would be so naive. Or perhaps, you were colluding from the beginning.
Sister Rosaria's guard's so high, she can't even see over the top of it.
I don't think he's a bad person.
It doesn't matter what you think. He could be a saint for all you know. But I understand him a little better than you, Outlander. I'm only concerned with one thing. Whether his alchemy has transformed you into something more sinister.
What?
No way! Paimon would have sensed it. And anyway, he didn't even use any alchemy.
With an alchemist of his level, you wouldn't sense a thing. In any case, I'm not about to let a potential threat back into Mondstadt.
So, what are you gonna do?
You came here to be sure, so you must have ways of assuring yourself.
I've got to hand it to you. You have your moments. If I can be sure that nothing you came into contact with is dangerous, that's good enough for me. I've investigated everything else. The only items left on the agenda are these symbols.
But we don't even know what they mean.
That much is true. Not to mention, seems like there's nothing more to them. But for insurance purposes, I'd better make a copy. This is now a location of interest. Regular patrols should be set up here. Now then, all things considered, I deem that you pose no immediate threat.
Thank you.
Which is what I was hoping. I would have been one very unhappy sister if you'd made me work overtime on your account.
Overtime?
Before we go our separate ways, Outlander, a word of advice. Don't be so quick to trust Albedo, and don't repeat the same mistakes that you did this time. You made a lot of rash decisions today.
She's gone! So stubborn. Mondstadt doesn't have many people like that.
Maybe she just lacks security.
Huh. Never mind her. Let's go see Albedo.
Let's go back and do experiments. Who knows what kind of wacky things will happen. I'm not sure how long this quest is. I feel like I'm getting near the end of it. But then after that I could start on the event story stuff that includes
You're
him.
back? Good timing. I've just about reached the conclusion. You took quite a while. Did you get held up on the way back?
Quite literally, by his sister no less.
I wouldn't worry. She's just doing her job. Time for the results. We got a myriad of data today, and it was very difficult to finish all the research in one go. But the integral preliminary conclusion that I can offer you is you're very much like a human from this world.
That's it?
You couldn't tell that just by looking? We spent all day working our butts off for that?
Please, I understand that this may have seemed self-evident to you, but in fact, nothing in this world should be taken for granted. Have you ever considered that the world of Tevat may have a natural hostility to Outlanders?
Only the gods would know.
I mentioned the natural laws of this world. You're able to converse with me here without consequence, and nothing seems amiss. But it's arguably a small miracle. The only other life form that, like you, has come here from afar is the seed that I mentioned. Under the effects of Tevat's natural laws, it isn't even able to sprout, let alone bloom. But after I observed you, I had another idea. Imitating you helped to inspire my alchemy. And so...
Whoa! It looks like something's appearing!
the transition from nothing into something, from shoot to stem, and now to fruition. Is not nurturing otherworldly life also nurturing the world itself?
It was so short-lived.
It would seem that that's as far as we go. A transient bloom of incomparable beauty. Life's proudest achievement.
Paimon thought, with all our efforts, it might have bloomed forever, and it didn't even have any fruit.
Life is a manifold tapestry of free entities. Its value shouldn't derive from how long it stays with us. Even a momentary burst is precious. A short life can be well lived. A life lived efficiently, lived to perfection, is necessarily one unburdened by loneliness. So, do you understand what I meant about us conversing here arguably being a small miracle?
I wonder how my brother is.
Things feel a little heavy right now. Don't be sad. You've got Paimon to look after you. Albedo, Paimon really wants to be your friend.
Thank you both. Even if dispelling loneliness is not essential for life, it certainly doesn't hurt. Your help inspired me to discover the means to make a flower bloom.
So I'm a helpful specimen?
I mean that the time I've spent traveling with you in the mountains was a valuable journey for me. In the future, if the need arises, can I solicit your help again?
Sure, even if you just want some company, find me anytime.
Well, glad I can count on you. I made a point throughout of telling her how ordinary the results were. But what was that sediment I saw forming at the bottom of the vial? It should not have been there. What could it mean? Those born of Earth are bound by its imperfections, but those born of chalk are free of impurities. You and I are alike, both composed of a substance that has yet to be fully defined. If, one day, I lose control, destroy Mondstadt, destroy everything, can I rely on you to stop me?
Oh, what? Is he the big bad? But you can recruit him. What is going on?
Hey, let's go see Timaeus. Paimon has a favor to ask him.
Oh boy, okay, look at those quest things that I unlocked.
It'd be great if we could catch Sucrose and Albedo too, but they seem really busy lately, so let's not get our hopes up.
Okay, so I've now unlocked the quest. Lysanderoth! We're behind this.
Have you heard?
No. Yep.
Hey, Timaeus! Is that Albedo? Why is he leaving?
Why does he look so serious?
Hey, it's the Traveler and Paimon.
Hello, you two. It's been a long time.
Were you having a really serious discussion right now or something?
Just a regular catch-up. We meet here once in a while to go through any recent developments in our research projects.
So we just missed him. Maybe we should have hollered to him. He didn't look in the best of moods just now, though. Was he upset about something? If so, he probably wouldn't have been in the mood to help out anyway.
Upset? You mean Albedo?
Yeah, he wasn't looking his usual self.
Upset? Uh-oh. I wonder if...
What are you looking at me for?
I wonder if Timaeus' research topic is... so boring that Albedo finally snapped.
Surely not. It's not that boring, is it?
Nah. Anyway, Paimon wanted to ask you for a favor, Timaeus.
A favor? Well, sure. How can I help?
Well, Paimon found a bunch of super-duper sweet Sincerias in the mountains the other day. But if Paimon eats them all, then they'll all be gone. So Paimon isn't ready to finish them all yet.
What?
Paimon was thinking maybe you could make a device that you put fruits in and it turns them into juice. That way, they'll be preserved for as long as Paimon needs.
You realize how absurd you sound right now.
Oh, yeah, I'm afraid that sort of thing is a little...
Huh? Seems pretty straightforward to Paimon. Can't you do it?
Paimon, I'm afraid you've entered into the realm of the weird and wonderful with this one.
Okay. So how about you, Sucrose? Any idea?
I'm sorry. It doesn't sound like it falls within my area of expertise. I could give it a try if you really want, but I'd probably just end up giving all your precious fruits arms and legs.
Whoa, your tone is so calm, but your words are so terrifying. You'd think I'd be used to this by now.
Well, as you know, my focus is on bioalchemy. Besides, keeping things fresh forever is just not possible. If you just wanted to modify certain properties of the fruit or their seeds, on the other hand, I'd easily be able to help with that. Alchemists usually focus in on their own research areas. Take us, for example. Timaeus, Albedo, and I all have very different research foci. Paimon, your idea is very imaginative, but it's beyond Timaeus' and my ability. I don't think even Albedo can make such an incredible device. After all, alchemy is not mechanics. There is a big difference between the two.
Sorry, I just don't know what has gotten into Paimon today.
Huh? Well, excuse Paimon for overestimating the power of alchemy.
In fact, before Albedo
I saw
showed
that
up,
windmill.
everyone in Mondstadt thought alchemy was useless. Of course, we know better now. But even then, I have to admit, alchemy is only one of the many wondrous arts in the world. It's certainly not some kind of all-powerful magic that can simply take a substance and preserve it indefinitely. Sorry. That wasn't meant as a criticism against you personally.
Don't blame yourself for Paimon's outlandishness.
Paimon just wanted some fruit juice. What's wrong with that?
Oh, of course, these are just Timaeus' and my subjective opinions on the matter. If you're really intent on pursuing this wondrous device, you can try your luck asking Albedo. But I wouldn't get your hopes up. If he has no idea how to make one either, you'll have to give up on the idea.
He doesn't seem to be in a good mood today, though. What if he ignores us?
He won't. Albedo is not that kind of person.
There's something about Albedo today. We saw him from a distance and we're making all these judgment calls. Something seems different. What could it be?
Hey, so where is Albedo heading to anyway? Dragonspine?
Unless he specifically says otherwise, Dragonspine is where he usually goes. He seems particularly fond of that place. And somehow, the cold doesn't seem to bother him at all.
Must be nice.
Go to Dragonspine to find him. Come on, there's no time to lose.
Snowy past. What if you actually drew Albedo and he was just immune to cold in the mountains? Sorry, cover your fucking mouth! Oh wait, that's the sickly girl. Cover your fucking mouth! Yep.
This looks lively. What's the occasion? Let's go and have a look.
Hey, Traveler and Paimon. Fancy meeting you all the way out here.
Amber, it's been so long since I've had you in my party.
Pallet? What's everyone doing at Dragonspine? Don't you mind the cold?
Hi all, long time no see.
Oh, the Traveler is joining us too. Oh, great! Fantastic! Wonderful! The more the merrier.
This guy wishes he was Reinhardt.
I agree. I feel much better with the Traveler joining us. Definitely the kind of person you want to have around in a tight spot.
Sorry, what have I walked into here?
Oh, right! Paimon remembers most of these people are from the Adventurers Guild. Then again, it seems a certain Outrider has joined too.
Allow me to explain. The Adventurers Guild is holding winter training on Dragonspine. As you know, our members have varying levels of adventure experience. Dragonspine is an excellent place for budding adventurers to challenge themselves and improve, but it's dangerous to go alone. So, we made a plan for senior members to pair up with junior members. This way, everyone can experience training on Dragonspine together under safe and controlled circumstances. Now, every adventurer can progress together. I've been working on this grand plan for half a year now, and it's finally coming together! It's a great plan, isn't it? Hey, you are an outstanding adventurer. Surely you must be willing to join us and help out.
I honestly think that two veterans would have trouble up on that mountain. Amber, what are you doing here?
Is the Adventurers Guild short on experienced members?
Well, that's part of it, actually. The other reason is, when I was patrolling the perimeter of Dragonspine, I found a lost kid named Joel. I heard he lives here on the camp, so I escorted him back.
I remember that kid. But Joel's father...
I know. Joel's father went missing. I totally sympathize with how much Joel misses his family. Dragonspine is so bleak and deserted. It must have been so lonely for him here.
Aw, Amber.
Anyway, I wanted to do something to cheer Joel up, so I said I'd build a snowman with him. It's something he enjoys doing. It also gives me a chance to stay here for a while and help Cyrus out.
Since it's you, Amber, count me in.
Aw, really? Thank you. Let's go meet up with Joel then. Oh, I invited another friend of mine to join too. She should be here any second. She'll be perfect for this kind of thing. Hey, Cyrus, we've got to take off. Is that okay?
No problem. Go ahead. I still have some final checks to make, so I will call you before we depart.
Think we're finally gonna run into Eula? Joel, check the bathroom. I'm not checking the
Joel, we're
bathroom.
here.
Hi, Joel.
Hi, everyone. I'm so happy right now. It's nice to have so many people to hang out with. Are you here to build a snowman too?
Who are you, tall lady?
Build a snowman.
Eula is a member of the Lawrence clan by birth. The Lawrence clan's oppressive rule plunged Mondstadt into one of the darkest periods of history. Today they have long since fallen from grace, but their present-day descendants still find themselves held in contempt for the transgressions of their forefathers. Not content to accept their fate, Eula has chosen to face the hostility of others head-on, and to prove with her blade that the noble spirit forsaken by her predecessors is alive and well in her. Should you meet this bold knight, be sure to cast aside your reservations and greet her courteously. She, in turn, will be sure to extend the utmost courtesy to you. She's like, interesting. Not a cursed bloodline, but a bloodline that's kind of, been shitty in the past.
Oh, sorry. I forgot to do the introductions. This is Eula, the Spindrift Knight and captain of the Knights of Favonius Reconnaissance Company.
Amber, you're being far too formal. The child is never going to remember all that. Please, just call me Eula. Okay, Auntie Eula. You can call me Joel.
Auntie.
Auntie Eula?
Uh-oh. Eula's gonna add that to her long list of scores to settle.
All right. If that's what you want to call me, go right ahead.
Whoa! Eula just let something go for once?
Amber, what's this I hear about a snowman? I came to assist because you told me the Adventurers Guild was short-handed.
Yeah, that's something else. But look, Joel's at the age where he should be having fun, and there's nothing to play with on Dragonspine. He used to build snowmen with his dad, and since his dad's not around, we're keeping him company instead. Besides, Eula, it's gotta be more fun than taking an ice bath all by yourself. Let's combine our forces and build ourselves a huge
Ice bath?
snowman. It'll be a ton of fun.
Yep,
I approve.
Count Paimon in too! Paimon wants to build a snowman!
Auntie Eula, are you too busy to join in? If so, it's okay, I understand.
No, nothing like that. My mind was on something else, that's all. Building a snowman with Joel, are we? Sounds wonderful. I'd be delighted to join you.
Eula?
Then let's get started. First, we need to split up into teams to gather some supplies. Joel and I will be on one team. You and Eula can be on the other team. Hey, Joel, see that huge tree over there? Wanna race me there?
Yeah, let's do it!
Wow, those two are fast! It's hard to tell which of them is having more fun. Hey, what's up with you two? Why are you just staring at each other without saying anything?
I'm trying to figure out what you're thinking.
Well...
There's no one else around, you can say.
Joel probably hasn't spent much of his life in the city. He doesn't know me, and he doesn't know what the Lawrence name means to the people in Mondstadt.
Right, that's why he calls you Auntie Eula.
Careful, Paimon.
True. In his eyes, I'm just another ordinary person from Mondstadt. It was a surprise, but not in a bad way at all.
So then there's something else bothering you?
How very perceptive of you. Were you staring at me the whole time when everyone was talking? You shan't be getting off lightly for that.
Huh?
The truth is, I'm a little concerned that I might be quite inept at building snowmen. I have never built a snowman before. My upbringing was very strict, so I never had the chance when I was a child. And after I grew up, of course, it's not the sort of thing I would spend my time doing.
Oh,
This
no.
bitch.
Paimon's starting to feel sorry for Eula.
This bitch watched Frozen. Or something. How do you not know how to build a snowman? Maybe she's never done it personally, but how hard could it be? I built a snowman, but it was basically a cylinder man. It wasn't like snowballs. I started rolling it up, and it rolled up like a fruit roll-up of snow. But it was a little more thick, like a Rolo of snow. He was unfortunate looking. Don't worry about it. The honorary knight will help you.
You sound confident. All right then. Enough small talk for now. I see we have a member of the Adventurers Guild joining us.
Greetings. We have a slight problem here. We've done a head count, and it turns out that we have an odd number of participants. In other words, we still have one instructor slot left to fill. How it happened was, we originally asked Fischl to be an instructor, but she was busy with something outside of Mondstadt during this period. So, we found another adventurer to fill in for her, but they still haven't shown up yet. Thank goodness you are here.
Oh, hello. My name is Gerald. I'm a new adventurer.
Mm-hmm.
In that case...
You can help.
Fine. But for that, you will pay.
Huh? Pay for what?
You're in safe hands with Eula.
Okay. I got it. I'm ready and willing to learn.
Alright, Gerald.
Good, good. Then everything is settled. Thank you for your help, Eula. If anybody else signs up later, I may have to ask for your help as well.
No problem.
Why did you give the spot to Eula?
want people to know all the good qualities she has. Eula desperately needs this kind of opportunity.
Oh, okay. You're so nice. Paimon noticed Eula smiled just now. It must have meant a lot to her. To be honest, Eula really is the best candidate for an instructor. Most people would find it hard to cope on the mountain because of the sheer cold, but not her! Oh, now Paimon gets it. This must be the whole reason why Amber got Eula involved in the first place. We were supposed to find supplies, but now Eula's busy with other stuff, and, Paimon doesn't feel like going around collecting things. How do you think Amber and Joel are doing? Let's head up the mountain and see what they're up to.
Fuck doing the thing that she told us to do. Let's just go up there and meet them. What were we supposed to do? Collect things? Fuck that. Just go up the mountain.
Strange. Didn't they say they were going this way? Where the heck are they? Did we get here too late? Have they moved on already?
A strange rustling surrounds you. Did we get here too late? Have they moved on already? Did you hear that?
Could they be in danger? Hurry, let's go check it out!
Yeah, did a Paimon impression. It's like a car screeching to a halt. Abrupt, unwelcome, noisy. And dangerous. Who's crackling around in the trees? I know you're here! Stop making me run past these fucking hilly churls. Hilly churl. Billy churl. Sound like me from Tomodachi Life. Looks like we lost it.
How could that happen? After all the adventures we've been on, our tracking skills are honed to perfection. Aren't they?
No.
Oh, guess we underestimated whatever was behind it. But if that's the case, then what exactly are we dealing with here?
I know that voice.
I know that voice.
Huh?
What brings you to Dragonspine?
So it was just you.
Oh, so it was Albedo all along.
All along? Oh, what do you mean by that?
On the way here, we kept hearing weird noises, and it felt like someone was watching us the whole time. Turns out it was just you! Honestly, you really gave us the creeps. If you're bored up here, go find something useful to do. Don't go sneaking around scaring the poop out of people.
The things you felt and heard could easily be attributed to animals, or bandits perhaps. You should be wary at all times in this environment. There are all too many ways to sustain losses here if you aren't careful. So, what business brought you here?
It's a long story.
We actually came to look for you, but then it turned into looking for Amber, but now we've met you, so we're back to that again.
Your thought process is rather chaotic, as is the way in which you articulate it.
Hey! How dare you! All Paimon's
Jesus.
trying to say is that we came here to look for you!
Did you just screech at him more?
Is that so? Then it must surely be something of great importance. I'm all ears.
Actually, nothing serious.
He seems to be in a better mood than we thought, right? Does that mean Timaeus' stupidity doesn't really get to him after all?
You were probably overthinking it. Paimon, you must chill!
Okay, let's just forget that ever came up.
That's okay if you can't tell me about it. Just treat this as an opportunity to stroll on the mountain and enjoy the view.
So basically, the truth is we're here on adventurer duty.
You tell Albedo about blah blah blah.
Oh, I see. So you foisted the rookie off onto Eula so that you could wander off and goof around?
We're not goofing around! And Eula was the right person for the job! We were just being nice. What about What are you doing on Dragonspine?
Wow.
A friend commissioned me to do some artwork recently, and I have yet to finish. I came here because it's a quiet place where I can gather my thoughts, gather inspiration, and gather some raw materials while I'm at it.
Raw materials? For what?
Paint. Star silver can be used to make high-quality silver paint. I just ran out of my previous batch, so I'll collect some ore while I'm here.
Ore can be used to make paint?
Yes, but you have to be selective with the specimens you choose. Even with a high level of impurities, star silver still contains fine silver-colored particles, but they lack luster, which impacts the color saturation of the pigment made from them. Paint made with such pigment is generally viewed as a fake or a defective product.
Interesting. So, paint aside, can you talk about how you find inspiration? Paimon wants to learn.
You want to learn to paint?
No, not for me. For the Traveler. Paimon wants the Traveler to learn how to paint. During our travels, we sometimes have nights where there's nothing
This is a
to
good camera
do.
angle, though.
It'd sure be nice to do something memorable rather than just sit around. Painting is a great example because it can capture a moment in time. So it seems like it's definitely a worthwhile skill to have.
So you want me to learn to paint now?
Yep, why not? Once you mastered it, you can paint Paimon.
Not a bad idea. Well, since you two would like to learn more about painting, why don't you come with me to the campsite? I have painting materials there. You can practice while I give you some guidance.
Sounds great!
What about Amber?
Oh, she'll be fine. She is a Knight of Favonius after all. Let's just forget about all that stuff for now and go with Albedo.
Alright, fine.
Come on, let's go. It's so cold out. Paimon wants to get to the camp and warm up by the fire.
Also, she's like lugging a kid around. This mountain is dangerous enough as it is. You know, you could defend some child. Pah! Somebody say the door of darkness. The Paimon's pitched, high-pitched voice. What's going on?
Thieves! It's gotta be!
Some things are missing.
Nothing valuable, hopefully. Wait, where's Paimon's Mora?
It's hard to say their value, but some of my alchemy notes are missing.
Alchemy notes? Would they fetch a high price?
To the uninitiated, they are merely scraps of paper. But for someone who knows what they're doing, the knowledge contained in those notes is more valuable than any treasure.
So you're saying only someone who knows alchemy would have stolen them? But the only people who come to Dragonspine are adventurers, thieves, and monsters. What use would any of them have with your notes?
I don't think it's that simple.
I feel the same way. However, hilly trail break-ins and other such incidents are not unheard of on Dragonspine. It's difficult to draw a conclusion based solely on the evidence at hand. These appear to be...
Footprints?
Human
Fresh
footprints.
Meaning our thief can't have made it far.
Let's chase him down! We can't let them get away!
From the entrance, the footprints go that way.
That thieving... thief!
Let's light it up!
I thought I had to interact with the arrows, but
The footprints lead up there.
So they scaled the cliff! Okay, after them!
oh, I thought it was these two. These things were just digging around. Casualties.
destiny.
I'll deal with that.
Shadows of fate. Let me scry.
Alright, this should do.
Teamwork is strength, written in the stars. Higher, higher, hands on fire.
Keep back!
Shadows of fate.
Keep back!
Everybody stand back! Decided by destiny. See? Time to go.
Oh, one of these showed up now? Excuse me.
Delves into death.
Okay. Got a chest out of it.
Smell of treasure. Strange.
Footprints on the snow are so hard to notice. So easy to lose track completely.
That's why we have to hurry.
Huh? The footprints stop here.
Our thief must have jumped from the cliff. Get your wind glider ready. Here, we're going down. More footprints.
Oops.
They're heading to the cavern. Ooh, we got you now. You sure can run, but you definitely can't hide. Let's go in.
Okay.
Wait, I have an idea. I'll go in alone. Traveler, please stay here and guard the entrance. This cavern has 2 points of entry, and there are shortcuts inside. Judging from the state of the footprints, he hasn't been in there long. I should be able to reach the other side before he does.
Got it.
Cut him off at both ends. Good idea.
Whoever apprehends the thief first has to notify the other party. This way we're fully covered. Still, safety comes first. We do not yet know the identity of our thief. Please take care.
We'll be fine.
Okay, see you shortly.
Take care too.
Of course.
After Albedo leaves, you and Paimon wait outside the cavern for a while.
Found the thief. This is taking forever.
It's not been that long.
Really? Huh. Maybe it just feels like a long time because Paimon hates waiting. Waiting is so boring. Why don't we find something to do to pass the time? You know, something like... Oh! Look at all that star silver over there. Why don't we gather it up for Albedo? It's right next to the cavern, so we won't be going far. If anything happens outside, we can be right back here in no time.
Sure.
Yay! Let's get started.
God, Paimon. So boring. Before any of that shit.
Let's light it up.
Literally.
Huh. This stuff looks kinda lackluster. Is that because of the impurities like Albedo was talking about? Hey, this one's not bad.
Emergency Paimon nuggets. You little fucking nuggets. God.
Star Silver shines a lot more brightly than others, huh?
You silly nugget.
Finally, you're back.
Yes,
Then why is the thief not with you?
sorry. I was unable to catch him. He was faster than I'd imagined.
He.
Oh, so after all that, we still don't even know who the thief was? What a waste. Still, we won't be going back completely empty-handed. We did some mining.
Mining?
Yeah, for Star Silver. Look, we got quite a lot. It's just like you said. Some are really bright and shiny, and others just look like regular lumps of rock with a little shiny bit here or there.
Star Silver. I was merely saying what was on the front of my mind. I hadn't thought you would genuinely go and gather some.
Well, you said
Albedo
that
is
you
about
turned
as
to
sus as the
paint,
traveling
so we got
merchant.
pretty curious.
Yeah.
Also, if it weren't for that thief, we'd be making paint by now anyway, right? Or even painting by this point. Anyway, it's all the thief's fault for wasting our time.
Yes, it's all the thief's fault.
Hmm.
The notes mean a lot to me. I'm not quite ready to give up the search yet. Let's keep an eye out for clues as we go.
Yeah, Albedo doesn't seem sus at all. Not like he's like the big bad or something. Like, I am just got some world-ending plans in the back of my mind, but I don't want to tell anybody.
Oh, just one thing. Do you want us to bring all this ore back, or did you want to sort through and get rid of the useless bits first? There's no point in bringing the bad ones back if it'll ruin the quality of the paint. Some of them do look pretty dull to Paimon, so it doesn't seem like those will be of any use at all.
Indeed. The sorting process is necessary.
Keep closing up.
Humans are such practical creatures. They only want those things that are good. Once they have learned to distinguish between good and bad, they will never stop comparing things in their minds. Useless things should be disposed of at the outset.
Wow.
Right! Saves a lot of time that way.
Right!
Efficiency first. So let's start by...
Help! Help me!
Wait! Did you guys hear that? Was that a cry for help?
The voice sounded very familiar.
It's likely an adventurer in danger.
Let's go check it out.
Okay.
You sure you don't want to get rid of the useless adventurer for being useless and stupid? Let me mark this on my map real quick. I already have. Whoops.
The voice was definitely coming from around here.
Is anybody there? Help me!
Oh, it's Bennett. You're in my party, dude. How the fuck did you get trapped? It sounds like...
No way! Is that...
Is that the Traveler in Paimon? It's me, Bennett!
Young Bennett is one of the most passionate adventurers in Mondstadt. He's also by far the least fortunate. So infamous is his bad luck that other adventurers are rarely willing to team up with him. Yet Bennett has grown used to being alone and doesn't let it discourage him. No matter how many injuries he may suffer, his fiery passion for adventure burns on. Come on, there's treasure waiting up ahead in the unknown. Benny's adventure team, assemble!
Whoa! It's really him! Let's get him out!
So sorry to trouble you guys again. The key should be someplace nearby. Please, help me find it.
Wow, so much clutter! Oh, we're not gonna find the key here, surely! Uh-oh, we got company!
Hey, Bennett.
Written in the
Thanks for
stone.
helping with the fight here.
Higher, higher, yes, I'm fired!
Wait, let my guard down for a second because I saw Razor's health get so low.
Everybody stand!
Speaking of which,
Let's end this quickly.
Oh, so they kept the key with them! Huh. We were searching around for nothing.
everybody's healed up. We're all good. Except for Mona. She's looking a little... I don't know. Use the key? Sure.
Oh, finally, I'm out. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the helping.
If only there hadn't been rocks mixed in with the snow on the tree. It wouldn't have made me all dizzy when it fell down onto my head. And then I would have never walked into the Fatui's trap.
Bandit? In a cage? Never saw that coming.
I won't bore you with the rest of the details. Just me being unlucky again.
We drove off the Fatui. We got revenge for you.
Yep, taking them out was child's play. No need to thank us.
You did? That's so nice of you guys.
Are you not watching?
I know they were probably just following orders. But still, thanks for helping me out.
So what are you doing on Dragonspine? Didn't Razor want to come with you?
Did you hear about the Adventurers Guild thing? They're hosting a winter camp here. As one of their veteran adventurers, I'm here to help out the rookies. Razor's not an adventurer, and as the leader of Benny's adventure team, as well as the only actual member, I had to come on my own.
Yeah.
But now I've been stuck here for so long, I probably missed it. Oh, I hope Cyrus doesn't get mad at me.
So you're leading rookies too.
Oh! Wait, so that guy Gerald who got left in the lurch, he was supposed to be paired up with you? If so, sorry Bennett, but you really did miss it. He got paired up with a different instructor instead.
What? Weren't they short on instructors? Where'd they suddenly get extras from?
Sassy Nugget needs tenderized.
A few people
Bash.
from the
Hammer.
Knights of Amonia stepped up in order to help support the event, so they ended up with more instructors than students.
Knights of Favonius. Yeah, they're definitely more reliable than me. I'm just a walking accident waiting to happen.
I know the lore is that Bennett's super duper unlucky, but he's like the best 4-star in the entire game. Arguably. Don't be like that, you're great too.
Right. Anyway, that was just the situation when we last saw them.
He's like my
It might have
designated
changed by
healer.
now.
He's the one that keeps
Who
Hu Tao
knows?
alive.
Maybe a whole load more rookies will have turned up to join in. Besides, after all the trouble you've gone to show up as an instructor, I'm sure Cyrus will put you to work.
Really?
For sure. Hey, wait a second. Where'd Albedo go?
Didn't he come with us?
Albedo? You mean the alchemist from the Knights of Favonius? He's one of the instructors too?
No, he just happened to be on Dragonspine. We were just with him, but then we heard you calling for help. He must have left us at some point after that. Could he have gone back to keep looking for clues? Let's go back to the cavern and see if he's there.
Is he gonna have like this evil, like, Bennett's worthless and needs to be left in a ditch? Like the useless star silver that you were mining. Albedo, are you okay? I'm finally clear-minded. Things must be ditched if they're useless.
Still no sign of Albedo. This is weird. Where has he run off to?
Oh, maybe we can use our elemental sight to track him like we did the first time.
This is great! Dragonspine's so fun today! There's so many people around. It's never usually like this.
This was where we heard Bennett's cry for help, right?
Right.
We heard his voice and went straight over to rescue him. Then we noticed Albedo was gone. Huh. So he just didn't feel like helping us save Bennett?
Wait, what?
What are you talking about?
Albedo, where the heck have you been? We've been looking for you.
I should be the one to ask you that. Didn't I tell you to stay at the cavern entrance?
Uh-oh.
Huh?
I I'm not really following who was waiting for who and who was looking for who, but first things first. I apologize, Albedo. I don't fully understand what's going on, but it seems like it's mostly my fault.
No. Bennett, this is not because of you. You needn't blame yourself.
So did we have like an alternate Albedo come out of the fucking cave?
What was the reason that you left the cavern entrance? Did you...
There you are.
Uh-oh.
Stay right there. You have a lot of explaining to do.
What? Me?
Huh? Eula? Aren't you supposed to be helping the new guy?
Yes, that's what I would be doing, if I hadn't been interrupted by a certain someone's malicious scheming. Albedo, I saw you taking Joel towards the wasteland at the edge of Dragonspine. That place is crawling with monsters. What the devil do you think you were doing?
Whoa, wait a second. What's going on? Actually, wrong question. How much stuff is going on?
When I came to stop you from leading Joel any further, your first reaction was to throw the child down and attack me. When I fought back, you quickly fled. Care to explain?
I see. Interesting.
That's
Interesting.
that's not.
Eula, it sounds like you met an imposter. Someone who was impersonating me.
Impersonating you? To what end?
It is difficult to draw a definitive conclusion for now. But these strange incidents do seem to be connected.
Well, he put it together pretty quick. They recap.
Your alchemy notes were stolen. Can the Traveler and Paimon testify that the three of you were together up until you entered the cavern?
Yes,
We
we can confirm that.
As things stand, I don't have any reason to harm the child. Whoever you met is likely to be both the thief who stole my notes and also an imposter. Of course, it's entirely natural for you to be skeptical of my story. I was separated from the Traveler and Paimon for a significant duration while we were pursuing the thief. My word alone cannot serve
Unless he has
as
a personality
definitive account of
disorder.
my actions and whereabouts during that period.
Sus.
But the Traveler and Paimon can at least testify that I was not the individual who tore up the campsite or stole my notes.
It's possible he has an alternate personality, and he has shown in the past that he uses alchemy to cheat, to like teleport places, as he put it. Like he got down to the bottom of a mountain and he's like, I used alchemy to cheat a little bit. So I don't know, maybe he's got some weird power and also some weird, dark, secret past and personality.
Albedo, do you have any enemies? Could it be one of your enemies impersonating you to get revenge on you or something?
The only enemy I have is my terrible secret past.
I don't have any enemies. And I'm not aware of having given anyone cause to exact vengeance upon me. There is insufficient evidence to assert what happened with any certainty at this point. Given how serious the situation is, I intend to investigate it myself, even if you decide not to pursue it any further.
Okay, I can't do this anymore without hang on. So that's not it. Give me a second. Give me a second. This is just a little too relevant at the moment. Something I made. We keep saying sus in chat, and I can't not show this. Is it muted? It's fun. Why is it muted? I was gonna pull up the actual video file, but I don't know if I can't remember where I put it. Anyway.
Eula, I won't discourage your ongoing suspicion of me if you can't believe my story. Though, naturally, I would hope you can afford me some credibility on account of our solidarity as fellow members of the Knights of Favonius. Traveler, Paimon, Bennett, if you are willing, I welcome you to monitor my activities beyond this point so that you can act as my witnesses. If I am what this imposter wants, he will come looking for me again eventually. Things can only become clearer from that point on.
I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, as preposterous as your claims sound. And I will choose to believe that an imposter went after Joel, and not you. I will keep Joel safe. If you need any support with the investigation, contact myself and Amber.
You have my gratitude.
As far as Amber goes, I will...
Eula! Eula! Where are you?
Uh-oh.
Amber, we're here!
Eula! Oh, and Traveler, Paimon, Albedo, and Bennett. You're all together. Great. Bennett, I'm glad I ran into you here. Cyrus was telling me you still hadn't shown up. He was getting worried you might have run into some trouble.
Yeah, I ran into a little trouble. Thanks for your concern.
Sure thing. Well, now that I found you, let's go check in with Cyrus. But before that, has something come up? How come you're all gathered here together? Need any help?
Between us, there have been a few minor incidents, but nothing I haven't already dealt with.
Oh, yeah. It's my fault, really. All because of my bad luck. But everything is fine now.
So, it's all set then? Great! Shall we head back down together? I did say I'd bring Bennett back if I saw him.
Sure, I'm ready to go.
Very well. Let's go.
And then there were 3.
Traveler, can we talk somewhere else? There's something I need to tell you.
Okay.
Let's go to my camp.
Couldn't tell more me to camp, huh? That's fun. That's fine. Guess I'll do this jaunt again.
Scry the sky.
My camp is somewhere that we can talk openly, without reservation. But before that...
Whoa. What a mess!
I can help tidy up. He's gonna confess to you because no one will believe you, huh?
Thank you. I appreciate it. I've been absorbed in my research lately and haven't attended to the dusting. It's due for a cleaning.
Yep, that should do it. Neat and tidy.
Thank you, both of you. Now that everything is in order, it's time to talk.
Couldn't have talked while we
Really serious
did
right
that.
now. Is this about what happened earlier?
I remember I once told you that you must have questions, and that I would answer them. I also said that, while I did not wish to deceive you, there were certain things I could not go into detail on. I am a synthetic human being.
What?
A human forged by human hand. The one who created me, my mother and teacher. Her name is Rhine-daughter, a researcher from Conria, also known as Gold.
A synthetic human? What the?
A cyborg?
How the heck does that
An
work?
android?
When the pinnacle of attainment in alchemy is combined with unimaginably vast learning,
Or like a golem?
the apex achievement is the creation of human life.
When you say Conria, do you mean...
I am indeed somewhat older than my appearance might suggest. But when I came into being, Conria had already been destroyed. I have no memories of it.
Yeah, was not expecting
My master
that.
raised me and taught me everything. Like her, I am a pure alchemist. I live for academic knowledge, Nationality and identity are not what ultimately define us.
Homunculus? Yeah, alchemy for sure in that realm. Somebody created him, and it's not too far-fetched to say that the other albedo we saw was created as well.
Traveler, what is your general feeling toward Dragonspine? You've visited numerous times now. Would you say it's a cold, eerie, and melancholy place?
Place fucking sucks.
Rhine-daughter created two miraculous beings. One is me, and the other is the venomous dragon, Durin, who died here.
Dual.
Durin? So that makes you guys brothers?
What?
As sons of Rhine-daughter, Durin and I are indeed inextricably linked to one another. The phenomenon of our creation defies definition within the scope of a typical human worldview. But if we may tentatively call it birth, then yes, we, by extension, are family.
Speaking of Durin, Paimon remembers that his power was quite special.
Usually the homunculus in media needs to get its appearance from someone. Yeah. I wonder if he was based off of the creator themselves or someone else. A strange and tenacious life force.
That's right. Because of this, whenever strange things happen on Dragonspine, it always makes me wonder. For instance, the feeling of being watched that you described, as well as the sounds you heard, and the one impersonating me that Eula met.
About that, there's something else I couldn't say earlier.
Oh, right! Paimon knows what you mean.
Yeah.
When Eula and the others were here just now, the Traveler gave me a look as if to say, don't say anything. Probably because it would only make you more suspicious, so Paimon kept quiet. But Paimon noticed that you came out of the cavern not too long after going in, and you told us that you didn't manage to catch the thief. Then we heard Bennett calling for help, so we went to rescue him. But strangely, you didn't come with us. And when we got back to the cavern to go find you, suddenly you were the one looking for us.
So, it seems that you met my imposter too.
Well, if so, it was a pretty good impression. He had you down to a T. We never would have guessed. Also, after he left us, why did he go after Joel?
Perhaps Durin's power drives people to madness. But that's merely crude conjecture. Whether someone is impersonating me or there is another false me out there, this is a cursed tale, and it is not one whose weight you should have to bear.
So I will kill you
Traveler,
now.
perhaps you should return to Mondstadt if you have no further business here. The work that lies ahead will occupy me completely. I'm afraid I will be unable to entertain you beyond this point.
I'm not going anywhere. I will help you with the investigation. Also, if we were to, like, leave you at this point, you don't have an alibi, dude.
Yeah, we're Dragonspine veterans by now. If there's something really bad going on, we can't just leave you here to deal with it on your own. That wouldn't be very nice now, would it? Besides, there's no one else in Mondstadt that you can talk to about this. Sucrose and Timaeus don't know your secret.
Secret past. I knew he had a terrible secret past. We're the only ones who can help.
Yeah, don't push us away at a time like this.
All right. Thank you. You were intending to participate in that winter camp, if I recall correctly. That could serve as an excellent pretext for you to remain on the mountain. In that case, please join in the activities of the Adventurers Guild as planned. And be on the lookout for any leads while you're at it. If anyone sees me, or someone like me...
We'll be sure to pass the info straight on to you.
Good. Then we're agreed.
Okay, let's split up to look for clues. Then meet back here at this camp in a few days' time.
Days?
Sounds good to me. But please, whatever happens, put your safety first at all times.
The me you know is not the real me. Are you sure the real you is you? Who knows, because, we have...
Let's go meet up.
our twin, who basically has the same, like that's them right there, by the way, in the banner here. You can play as the boy, the brother, if you choose them at the beginning of the game. Born of the Snow? Locate Puffy Snowman. What the fuck? Task Force Snowman. What the hell? Okay, so this is where the event unlocks. And we can now, like, locate... I want to see how grindy this is. But I believe this opens up new activities on Dragonspine. I'm just wondering when I get access to the rest of the story, because this is interesting, at the very least. I didn't realize that Albedo was the homunculus clone thing. During Dragonspine special training, you can obtain various snowman components. After obtaining snowman components, you can use them to make puffy snowmen in the encampment. You can also send these components to your friends or receive such components from them through the event page. The types of snowman components include snowman heads, snowman hands, hats, eyes, noses, scarves. You must set a snowman head first before you can set a snowman hat, eyes, nose, and scarf. Complete several puffy snowmen to obtain corresponding rewards. During the event and after it ends, you can even bring snowman torsos and snowman components that you have obtained into your Saren teapot. Continue to make puffy snowmen there. So I wonder how Albedo feels about us making snowmen. He's like, making a synthetic being from snow? Well, I don't have the stuff required.
Astrologers must rid themselves.
Then there's the special training, which seems to be like, I think, obstacle courses. That's what it looks like. It looks like a good way to get materials and whatnot. Beto just has PTSD moment as you build snowman. It's like, Mother? Maria! You must complete the second phase of the quest to unlock the challenge. Proceed to the quest. Yes. Navigate. Oh, I can start that quest. Yeah, fuck this this bullshit. I'll do that shit off stream. Building snowmen and doing obstacle courses, I'll do that off stream. Yeah. That's just to get materials anyway. It has no bearing on this story. Apparently we could just continue the story and not... Do you want to build a snowman? Papa, can you hear me? Astrologers must rid themselves.
Traveler, Paimon.
Are you the real Albedo, though? How's your investigation going?
Your faces say that perhaps you haven't turned up anything?
We investigated all over the mountain, actually. But we didn't see anyone that looked like you or hear of anyone else meeting you.
This is not unexpected. I haven't made much progress either. He appears to know that we are looking for him, and has opted to lie low for the time being.
We've tried nothing and we're all out of ideas, man! Were his eyes a different color before? The clone's eyes were more bright, I think. Or maybe he's always operated discreetly.
Still, there is one thing I found.
I think the alternative one was blue.
On some parts of the
this was this one's original color.
Although they were a little covered by the snow, I could tell they'd been left by someone of a
because we got close-ups of the other one's face, I think, to probably...
The were quite numerous, so I believe my next step will be to rule out each of the adventurers active on Dragonspine, one by one.
We can help with that. We have plenty of contact with the adventurers. So now we... What was that?
It came from that direction.
Could it be the imposter?
Dung, dung, dung. I wish the game didn't minimize when you do that. Anyway, let's go check it out.
Yes, let's hurry.
God, I'm getting imposter vibes all over the place. Interesting that I made that video last night, and I didn't realize that this was going to be so relevant
Let's light it up!
in this story. Ow, I'm on fire.
Max? What are these boys also doing here?
Are boars that big of a deal?
Hey, did you see that? Did those rocks shake just now?
The screen did. Wow.
That was most unfortunate.
What are you guys doing here?
Oh. They probably had a fucking rock collapse because Bennett was with them. I'd assume it was some sort of bad luck.
I have to agree. We've been wandering this area for days.
We ran into Pallet earlier. You know, the, kind of a reckless sort of guy. You know the one? Anyway, he said he was unlucky, so I gave him some adventuring survival tips.
Oh god.
After that, he disappeared to rejoin the training camp.
Wait. Are you saying that after all this time you still haven't made it back to the base camp?
Well, as you can see...
It was nothing really. We just hit a few landslides and snowdrifts and took a few downhill tumbles. You know the deal.
They sound like unforgettable life events to me.
Anyway, you're correct. We haven't made it to the base camp yet. We have had extraordinarily poor luck over the last few days. Almost as if a sinister force has been trying to thwart our every move. Fortunately, I made advance arrangements
So damn,
for Gerald to
Eula.
remain in a safe
Her
location
thighs,
and conduct some
the
basic
fucking
physical
straps
training exercises.
are on so tight that it's
I'm
squishing.
sorry. I'm the one to blame for all this. I've always had bad luck and it always rubs off on everyone around me.
I didn't notice until
Sorry
the
to
text
create
was like
so much
right
extra
over them.
trouble for everyone.
Anyway, Bennett, sorry
I don't know what
for
to
being
say.
unlucky.
Maybe this is the awesome power of fate. The
Sheesh.
scary kind, I mean.
It has nothing to do with fate.
I agree.
How high do those stockings go? I'm not scared to be around you. I have you in my party, dude.
Used to it now. Besides, it's not like we have the most amazing luck ourselves.
Really? I think you guys have way better luck than I do.
Well, what can we do about that? Oh, Paimon knows. How about Paimon share some of her luck with you?
You're welcome to a bit of mine too. Although if the last few days are anything to go by, it seems in pretty short supply at the moment.
Lend me your energy. Albedo has left the party.
You guys. Oh, thanks. With a little luck from everyone combined, we'll make it down this mountain for sure.
Yeah, you bet!
Let me flip a treasure hoarder insignia to test it out. All right, it's tails. The opposite of what I guessed.
So you can predict your fortune this way? But why are you so happy that you got it wrong?
It has two sides, so there's a 50-50 chance of me getting it correct.
Uh-huh.
Luck all comes down to probability, too. So as long as I use up all the bad luck, everything else will go smoothly. Guessing wrong when I flip an insignia is one way to use up some of the bad luck. So the probability of having some good luck in the near future just got a little higher.
What if you, like, go gambling and we just bet against whatever you bet on with, like, double the amount of money? Bennett.
Hey, he's making no sense at all. Why aren't you calling him out?
I'm actually polite to most people.
Guys, I guessed wrong in my insignia flip, which means we should be able to make it back to camp.
Paimon's not sure that's how it works.
Let me try. It's this way, right? Oh! Ow! My butt! What is this shard of ice doing here?
What? How truly miraculous. This is a miracle of misfortune.
I don't usually believe in luck, but Bennett makes the best case for it I've ever seen. Amber, if you are ever required to partner with Bennett in your future work and you encounter anything like this again, do not take any rash action. Wait for me and I will come to support you.
Huh? Yes, of course.
Everyone must be exhausted.
Now that you mention it, I do feel a little tired. Trekking in the mountains has a way of wearing you out.
Well, since everyone is tired, why not take a rest in my camp?
Yeah, if if Bennett had a two-sided coin that had heads on both sides, he would flip it and it would like land on its side and not land on either side. It's like, all right, it's a two-headed coin, right? Heads it is. And flips it and just like roll down the hill and then stop on the fucking. It would just not land on any side.
I'm so
Go down a drain.
A nice bowl of hot soup and a good sleep would sure be welcome right now.
Suddenly, I'm kind of sleepy too.
Amber will fall asleep in the snow if we keep going much longer. Come on, let's move. We shall head to Albedo's camp and get some rest. Take stock of our supplies, and decide how to get off this mountain.
We didn't check up on Bennett either. We were like, fuck, he tripped over an ice shard.
Here we are. Make yourselves comfortable.
You don't seem comfortable.
Oh, I forgot, I don't have that many chairs. Please wait a moment.
What's he doing? Painting?
He is.
He's painting a chair. Wait, alchemy can turn paintings into objects? How is this possible?
My paintings are like blueprints. Alchemy simply enables me to omit the manufacturing part of the process. It's an elementary level technique. With enough research and experimentation, this same technique can even be used to create living beings.
Whoa. Well, since you can magically produce chairs,
Albedo and
can I have
Albedo.
the backrest?
I'll have a stool.
No problem. How many of you want backrests?
Me! Me!
I'll also take one with a backrest, if you please.
Can Paimon have a chair that comes with a juicer?
The whole chair is way too big for you, surely.
Still beats squeezing onto a stool with you.
You float. Yeah, don't show
Whoa,
him
we have chairs
creating it.
now. This is so comfortable. Makes me want to stay the night here.
You're very welcome to stay overnight if you wish. There's still some time before dinner. Get some rest, everyone. I'll tend the stove.
Hey now, we can't be letting you do all the work. I can help. Please, put me to work.
All because everybody got a little sleepy? Wait until 1800 hours on the next day. Okay. The next day. Oh, I don't think this was possible before. They must have updated this where you can... Ding. They ran out of funding. They had to cut the animation out. Yeah, it'd be nice if he could do an Okami thing. It actually would make him a little more interesting. Ah! Bennett just got hit in the head with a rock, no joke. As I paused. One of his idle animations is he gets hit in the head with a random rock.
Wow. Where did that come from?
Where indeed.
Oh, pace yourself. Dinner could be a while. I still have a few things to prepare.
Oh my god. About the paint? Get fucked.
I hadn't expected you to be so interested in paint. I once tried grinding mist flowers into powder and mixing it with white paint to replicate the sparkle of snowflakes. The end result was quite satisfactory, but works that use this kind of paint need to be stored carefully. If you want to try it for yourself, I can help you.
Okay. About Dragonspine.
Even now, I don't believe I have fully grasped the nature of the threat that Dragonspine poses. But I will endeavor to keep you safe. That much you can trust in.
Yeah, Dragonspine really is a shithole. How are you holding up?
I wish I could simply respond with, I'm fine. But you are a true friend to me. So I should be honest with you. Recently, certain questions have been occupying my mind. Questions about the nature of life and creation. However, I feel that rushing into a discussion with you on these topics before my ideas on them are fully formulated will bring you far more confusion than clarity. So I will wait till my thoughts are clear in my own head before I share them with you. Until then, please forgive me.
Are we gonna, like, say specifically what Albe 2 said? Albe 2? Like, how about being, when we were talking about the silver, the silver stone? Oh fuck, I forgot what it's called. Star silver. Or, we were like, this batch sucks, but this batch is good. It's like, discarding it. Discarding the lesser one. Maybe that clone feels like he's the lesser one, or something. He's having an existential crisis. I think the snowman may be a bad thing. You're building men from snow? Like a simulacrum?
Oh, don't worry about it. A chance like this to gather around the fire and chat into the night is a rare and precious one for me. I won't participate in the conversation much. It's just a habit of mine. But please know that I am enjoying the atmosphere all the same. Of course, I'm happy to continue chatting with you if you'd like.
I wonder if it is...
This is my camp, but let's not get bogged down in technicalities. I want you to be able to relax and make yourself at home here.
I wonder if it is coincidence or if it is a reference to D&D with the simulacrum spell where you make a clone of a creature, but you make it out of snow. Like, and it's a perfect clone, except like whenever it gets knocked unconscious, it dies. Also, I guess because the camera angle kept changing earlier. Here we go. Here we go. Not safe for Twitch, I guess. Look at the belt squeezing the thigh. It is squishing. Anyway, now to continue. When will dinner be?
It's almost ready now. Traveler, please light the campfire and gather everyone for dinner.
I'll let Bennett start the fire. What could go wrong?
Yay! Dinner's ready!
Boiling water, my favorite!
Food's ready, everyone! Come on, let's eat!
I made a few dishes based on some popular
Could be, I was gonna
Mondstadt
say
recipes.
changeling? Maybe.
This is no good hunter, but there should be enough to go around. Please, help yourselves.
Although the imposter boom 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 was talking about like being discarded for being like a lesser version of something, I think that Albedo is having some crisis with this one being in existence with it. Also, this anime style, it works in a lot of cases, except when you like a straight-on view and you cannot see their nose. It's non-visible.
Wow, smells great. Don't mind if I do.
Wait, don't steal all the fried vegetables. Leave some for me. Hey!
Everyone enjoys dinner around an open fire.
Ah, Paimon's full. What a great meal!
Albedo, you're too modest. These dishes are as good as anything you'd find in a top restaurant. Are all alchemists so good at cooking?
You may be onto something there.
Right? Paimon thinks so too. It's his lab manner that gives it away. The kind of guy who holds a potion bottle as steady as a rock isn't the kind of guy who's gonna be slapdash with his salt and pepper.
Actually, that makes a lot of sense.
Everybody is too short for their feet to touch the ground except for Eula.
I'm so sleepy after all that food.
Did Bennett fall asleep sitting up? He must be totally wiped out.
It's been a tough few days.
The way he's sleeping is so alert. I'm impressed.
He's gonna get, like, brained with a rock.
He seems to be in a deep sleep. Ooh, Paimon wonders if he sleep talks.
Oh, no, Dad, no apples for me. I want sticky honey roast and fisherman's toast.
Sticky honey roast. That's your favorite, isn't it, Amber?
Sure is. Give me a sticky honey roast from Good Hunter any day. I used to take Eula to Good Hunter a lot back when we first met. Before long, Sarah would start cooking our usual orders as soon as she saw us coming. She said we ordered the same thing so often that it was practically muscle memory by that point.
All of Amber's lines, specifically Amber's lines, in with her inhaling for the next line, but with autoplay, it, like, makes them disjointed. Also, yeah, nobody's feet are touching the ground except for Eula. You made these chairs too damn big, Albedo.
She also said that if everyone in Mondstadt ordered like we do, her job would be so much easier. All she'd have to do is memorize everyone's favorites.
Always eating together. Aww, it's nice that you two are so close.
All right.
The Traveler and Paimon always eat together too. It's a sure sign of true friendship.
Two people simply sharing a meal says nothing either way about the relationship between them.
That depends if it's a one-off meal or a regular occurrence.
He's not wrong.
Aha! Paimon just noticed something. Whenever Eula doesn't want to admit to something, she raises her chin or puts her hands on her hips.
You've all picked up on that. Didn't know Eula's tells were so easy to spot.
We are done here, yes? I am free to go, am I not? Then please excuse me. I have a frozen lake I need to be at.
You're going for an ice bath at this time of night? Wait up! Don't go without me!
What?
I thought you wanted to get some sleep. So maybe you should stay here and rest.
No, I should come with you. It's late, and it's dark, and you're not good with directions like I am. Come on, let's go together.
What?
An ice bath? Whew. Rather them than Paimon.
So much roast meat.
Yeah, that.
Hey, Dad.
I was seeing people talk.
A leader of my own adventure team now.
I was seeing people talk about them just like confirmed gay. I was like, I don't know, maybe. It was like, this story is pairing them up pretty hardcore, having them have regular lunches together and then now going to share an ice bath, which sounds miserable.
Wow. Bennett really is a sleep talker. Okay, looks like we got some downtime now.
Alright, you two. Time to paint.
Prepare to be amazed.
Have you decided what to paint?
Like you even need to ask. It's obviously going to be Paimon.
Okay, Paimon it is.
Sure. But we should move elsewhere. We're likely to disturb Bennett's sleep if we stay here, so let's go outside.
Okie dokie. Alright, grab your easel, paper, brushes, and paints. Don't leave anything behind.
Uh-oh. Speaking of doppelgangers... Anyway, let's get going. Again, I really wish this game didn't minimize whenever I alt-tab.
Let's paint here.
But at the very least, I cleaned up my desktop, and I also have this nifty... I don't know if you saw it, but the desktop is animated. Doesn't really bog down my computer much either, so that's nice.
Allow Paimon to adopt an elegant pose for your artistic reference.
Paint me like one of your French Paimons. Huh?
Hey, what's that look for? Cut the attitude and start putting your perfect Paimon down on the page. You better take this seriously, because this is going on Paimon's wall.
Alright then.
Confidence is a good thing. Those to whom it is endowed do well to flaunt it. I'm looking forward to the finished piece.
Start painting.
Alright, let's start with the head. Now, in your mind's eye, what is written on Paimon's face?
Paimon's all out of brain juice.
Huh? Is that how Paimon really looks to you? Okay, forget it. We can come back to that. Let's move on to the body. Come on, paint what you see when you look at Paimon.
Top quality emergency food.
Paimon's starting to feel like this is not going to turn out so great. Now Paimon's getting nervous.
Done.
Let me see. Let Paimon see. What is this?
Not bad, right? I'm pretty happy with it.
Why you... How could... Paimon is lost for words. The brushwork is smooth and the composition seems professional quality. You had no problems there. So what the heck happened with the face, huh? Explain that stupid expression! Explain it!
Smooth, professional quality.
And those eyes! Those boring, lifeless eyes! Where's the soul?
Traveler? Have you previously received any education in the fine arts?
No, but art comes from the heart, so...
What? You pour your heart on the page and this is what comes out?
I just wanted to convey how special you are.
Special, huh? You seriously think special is supposed to look this ugly? Paimon's not convinced. But Paimon is struggling to
Jesus
come up with a
Christ.
comeback.
She's so upset.
Fascinating. Paimon, if this is not to your liking, I can make a few amendments. Traveler, what do you think?
Please and thank you. I'll Beto make some improvements to the artwork. Is he gonna create like a
Alright then.
Paimon from the
Paimon,
painting? What the
Is
hell?
this better?
It's a total ground-up overhaul, that's what it is! It's so pretty! Is that really what Paimon looks like?
The brain juice comment is something she actually said in the past. They were making callbacks to all the stupid things.
Adding flourish to the finished piece is an essential component of what makes art... art.
My shit wasn't
This is
even
not
line
to
art.
say that you differ from the painting on a fundamental level, rather that the real you and the you in the painting present two different styles of beauty. You remain the core reference point for the painting. So, Paimon, you can put your misgivings aside and hang this painting wherever you like.
Now I can see the gap in our painting talents.
Wow! Thanks, Albedo.
Oh, I merely added a flourish here and there. You should be thanking the Traveler. In truth, ground-up overhaul is more or less an accurate description.
The more Paimon looks at it, the more she likes it. Great! Paimon has a portrait painting. Paimon's gonna show this off to everyone.
Paimon looks so happy, thank you.
It's nothing. I can paint you next time, if you'd like. You can hang it in your home as a souvenir. I rarely entertain so many guests at
What
my
happened to the
camp.
painting?
It's lively. A little noisy, even. But I don't dislike it. Liveliness is a rare thing here on Dragonspine.
Everyone rests at camp until the morning.
Ah, it's a new day! Let's go meet up with everyone!
We examine the picture. This artwork is, to the last stroke, one made with extreme aesthetic sense. Paimon looks elegant and dignified, and she wears an enigmatic but romantic smile, her upturned lips displaying a vast brilliance beyond human ken. Very pretty, of course, but this isn't the Paimon you know at all. Damn. Also, the fucking cowards didn't show anything with that ice bath.
Hey, good morning.
Cowards.
I slept great last night. How about you guys? All rested up?
I'm fine, as usual.
Slept pretty well, too.
The path down the mountain is easier to follow in the daylight. Let's take this chance to head down to the base camp.
Let's go! If we make good time, maybe we can all get lunch together!
Uh-oh.
I flipped another insignia just outside the camp. Wrong again.
So your bad luck is all used up. We'll be down the mountain in no time.
Yeah, my thoughts exactly. Today's the day.
Uh-oh.
Oh no! Avalanche!
Look out!
Of course, Eula grabbed Amber immediately.
Traveler, Paimon, are you all right? Are you hurt?
There's two Paimons. The Paimon who is her soul, Traveler's Art, and the Paimon who is the outworld appearance, Albedo's Art. Or the appearance she'd like to have.
Paimon's fine.
I'm okay, you? Is your wrist okay after Eula pulling on it so hard?
That's good. My arm got a little scratched up, but it's nothing serious.
Oh, I was just kidding. Eula, how about you?
I'm okay, but I don't see the other two. I'm afraid the avalanche may have pushed them off the cliff.
They fell down? They'll be okay though, right?
I think they're both robust enough to survive the fall. But if the falling debris knocked them unconscious, and they're lying there in the freezing cold, we have to get down there and rescue them, immediately.
Okay, let's move.
Hang in there, guys.
So wait, this bridge has always been broken. Is this avalanche? Is this place just avalanche prone? Or was that bridge supposed to be destroyed by the avalanche and... I'm so confused. Oh. I just needed to land. Bennett. I have autoplay on, but okay.
Bennett, are you okay? Shout if you can hear me. Bennett!
A voice. Over there.
Bennett, is that you?
Guys, I'm over here.
Are you alright? Are you hurt?
Let me check. I'm a little dizzy, but I'm not in any pain. I don't think I'm injured.
Thank goodness. Scared the life out of me.
If you're dizzy, sit and rest for a while.
It's fine, really. This kind of thing happens all the time. I'll be fine. Thank you. Wait, where's Albedo? Isn't he with you guys?
We thought he fell off the cliff with you. He still hasn't shown up?
We found Bennett here, so Albedo can't be far away. Keep searching this area.
Got it.
And any Albedo that shows up, look at with sus eyes. And look for differences.
Albedo!
Oh right, it's cold on this mountain.
No response.
Well, any sign of him?
Not a trace.
Nothing from me either.
Strange. We didn't have any luck either. Where could he have gone?
Everyone!
Uh-oh.
Albedo! Are you okay?
You're not hurt?
Nothing serious.
Okay, everyone accounted for.
Guys, I think it's gotta be because of me. The avalanche only happened because I'm here. I guess flipping a treasure hoarder insignia isn't gonna change my luck after all. No wonder no one wants to go adventuring with me. I'm so sorry.
Don't say that. I'm hardly the lucky type myself, so I'm not about to go blaming every little thing that goes wrong on you.
Exactly. Besides, Dragonspine is a dangerous place. Avalanches literally come with the territory. Bad luck has nothing to do with it, okay?
Was that really an accident?
Traveler, what's wrong?
Your face looks... Oh no, did you get hit on the head?
No, I'm fine.
Phew.
Everyone, the incident is behind us now. We should keep moving.
Why do I feel that Dragonspine has become more dangerous than it used to be? I hope it's just my imagination. Our top priority now is to get off the mountain and regroup with the adventurers. Whatever further dangers this mountain has to throw at us, we must face them together.
Hey, Albedo, what was the last thing we said to you before we, headed off? Just to make sure that it's you.
Agreed. Guys, keep your eyes peeled and watch your step. Careful does it.
We could have an imposter. Among us. Well, we'll just keep going.
We've been heading in the right direction for a good length of time now. We must be getting close. I can feel it.
Victory is in sight! Hooray! As soon as we get to base camp, Paimon wants a bowl of hot soup and some barbecued meat.
I hope we can all get there safely. No more incidents, please.
Good things have been happening this whole trip. Something feels wrong, but what is it?
Hey, what's on your mind? You seem a little distracted.
With some things, I don't know where to begin with.
Something's up, isn't it? Are you hungry? Cold? Shall Paimon hug your head to warm you up?
That Albedo can't draw for shit because Albedo is honing his art skills. It's possible. They might have similar talents. Thanks, but I'm alright, Paimon.
I don't think I've spent so much time on Dragonspine before.
I have.
It sure is cold, but the view is amazing. Isn't it, Eula?
Dragonspine is easily the worst part of this game in terms of, the cold thing, the having to monitor your temperature at all times. It's obnoxious, at the very least.
Eula?
Sorry, I wasn't listening. What did you say?
I was just thinking. Whenever I've met up with you at Dragonspine in the past, we always stick to the same few spots. It's much more vast and beautiful here than I realized. If it were a little warmer and a little safer, I bet this place would be bustling with visitors.
Something seemed to grab Eula's attention. Does she sense that something's off too?
I agree. People are put off by the cold and have an aversion to danger. They don't realize that there is much to explore beneath the icy exterior, if you were willing to spend the time and energy. Albedo, is this the way down?
Yes.
I think there are several routes in this area. Does the path fork off here? It looks like it does. But maybe it doesn't. My head's still a little fuzzy from the impact.
I'm kinda dizzy too. I keep thinking things are swaying a little. Maybe I'm just hungry.
Either path will work for us. The smaller trail is less worn and harder to see, but it's also shorter. Since everyone is weary, I suggest we take the shortcut. Follow me.
She's got the very suspicious eyes. Everyone follows Albedo onward. Whoop.
Wait.
Yes?
Bennett and Amber don't look well. Can we take a break? We can continue once their conditions have improved.
Ugh. Now that you mention it.
Huh?
You hit your head earlier, didn't you?
Oh, you noticed. Are you sure it's worth holding everyone up over a little thing like this?
No problem at all. Health and safety always come first.
Take a break, both of you.
Okay. Sorry for this. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Any issues, Albedo? In a hurry, perhaps? Let's actually talk with him. Oh, we can't talk with him. That's interesting. Can't talk with him. Wonder if he's real. Bennett?
Drinking some water can help with the dizziness. Oh, and lying flat on your back helps too.
Thank you, Bennett. Seems like you really know your stuff.
Unless you have a concussion, then you don't want to lay down.
Well, when life gives you lemons.
When life gives you lemons, they pelt you in the head out of nowhere. That is how the saying goes, right? That's my experience with it.
Bennett, weren't you feeling dizzy too? Stop pushing yourselves, both of you. Get some rest. We'll continue when you've gathered your energy.
Eula might come off as a little frosty, but she takes caring for her friends super seriously, more than anyone else I know. Every time I see that look on her face, I'm just like, ah, stop staring at me.
Traveler, I know what that look means. What's on your mind?
It's like something bad's about to happen.
Maybe seasoned veterans have an instinct for it. I sense it too. Something seems to have changed, but I can't confirm for sure. It could be difficult to verify.
What could it be? He's over there painting.
It might be imprudent to speculate out loud. But I believe you know what I am referring to. Traveler, I think... you...
Watch out! Whoa! Jesus Christ, where did this fucking cutscene come from? Oh. Trust no one.
Albedo, what?
It's not over yet.
Oh. That I wasn't expecting.
Brace yourselves. This'll be a challenge.
Stay back! I'm going to cut this weed down to size! Ha! Off we go!
Cross over! Go!
Oh, you have to pick those up in order to not get fucked up, I guess?
Ay-ya-ya.
I'm not sure what to expect from this boss. I've never seen it before.
Shadows of...
Keep back!
Ha! Teamwork is dreamwork!
Decided by destiny.
Keep back!
Whoop.
Delved into destiny.
Keep back!
Out of nowhere, boss fight. Here we go.
Keep back!
Let's light it up!
Keep back!
Everybody stand back!
Written in the stars.
See? Higher, higher, hands on fire!
Uh, Alright, no shield.
Let's light it up!
Keep back!
Let's get some of this while we're here.
Shadows of fate.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Yeah. Fate is upon you.
Time to go!
Keep back!
Decided by destiny.
Hey. I think that yeah was Hu Tao.
What in the world was that thing? One moment it was human, the next it was a plant.
Is everyone alright?
We're fine. But can you please tell us what's going on? I don't understand.
I take it this monster is whom I had the pleasure of meeting last time.
Correct. As you might have guessed, this is a mutated whopper flower. An extremely rare kind.
Really?
But can whopper flowers turn into humans?
Not typically. But conditions on Dragonspine are far from typical. Perhaps the dragon's blood seeped into the land, then was passed to the monsters via the ley lines, accelerating their rate of mutation.
How could that happen?
This mountain is home to the remains of Durin, the venomous dragon. If there is anywhere in the world one might expect life to do unfathomable things, it would most likely be here. Durin was an artificially created life form. Its existence is nothing short of a miracle, and proof of countless possibilities. In other words, this mountain we stand on is a cradle of life's profoundest mysteries. A vast and terrifying hotbed of possibilities.
The avalanche. It must have been the work of this imposter.
Stop saying it. I think so too.
Agreed. All the other troubles you faced on the way down could also have been its handiwork. My guess is that it was targeting everyone that I've had contact with.
Did this Whopper Flower steal your alchemy notes too?
Right, I forgot all about that.
It's not inconceivable.
But what was its purpose? Was it just trying to get rid of us?
I have a preliminary hypothesis on this. Whopper flowers are masters of mimicry, and those we encounter in the wild often appear in the vicinity of the plants they impersonate. In other words, the Whopper flower likely has an instinct to replicate and replace. As a plant, it will disguise itself as another plant and infiltrate the group, hiding among them for cover. The plant being imitated has no way to detect or fight back against this behavior. But when it disguises itself as a human...
It wanted to replace you and infiltrate our group?
Yes. Maybe it created the avalanche to get rid of us. I predicted this eventuality, so I availed myself of the avalanche to hide and lure it out. It was watching us the whole time, and when it saw that I had disappeared, its instinct was to take my place. At that point, its disguise was complete, and its next move was to hunt its prey.
Yes, that's exactly how Whopper flowers operate.
So when it approached and attacked Joel, what was that? A trial run?
Perhaps. Or maybe it enjoyed posing as a human, and wanted to experience what it felt like to be human.
We're fortunate to have discovered it in time. I think the Traveler was the first person other than Albedo to notice something was wrong.
Eula, you were very perceptive as well, too.
Traveler, how could you tell the real me and my imposter apart?
I want to know too. I had no idea the other guy was an imposter.
Oh.
They looked exactly the same to me.
The imposter didn't have a star-shaped mark on its neck. Oh.
I see. It goes to show how difficult it is to impersonate a human. This mutant Whopper flower tried its best to replicate the original exactly, but still managed to miss some details.
Unbelievable. To think that Dragonspine creates such terrifying possibilities.
Whopper Flower, it adds up, but a piece of the puzzle is still missing. Is this the same one we met on the day we were chasing the thief? Didn't feel quite...
At least we won in the end. It looks like my method did work after all. I used up all the bad luck, and the good luck finally came through.
Stuff doesn't add up, is what I think it meant.
About that. If you're referring to having fallen down the mountain and avoided injury, well, that's because I was secretly protecting you.
Huh? Well, that still counts as good luck to me.
Yes, that's not an unreasonable way of looking at it. Okay. We've been delayed long enough. Time to move on.
Yeah, let's go!
Not sure how much of this event is left. It seems like it's kind of like coming to a head. Oh, I am not walking on this mountain. Nope. I fully explored that mountain off stream. It is a pain in the ass. Even at the proper level.
Woohoo! I'm back!
Woohoo!
Cyrus doesn't seem to be here. He must have headed up the mountain. Let's wait for him here.
Amber, are you feeling better?
Yep, all good now. Nothing to worry about.
I don't know what I'd do without you guys. If not for you, I'd probably still be locked up in that cage. I really want to thank you all properly, but I can't think how at the moment.
Huh? You must be pretty used to being on the receiving end of people's kindness by now, though, surely. You probably need it often enough, given your... situation.
Come on, don't put it like that. Sure, plenty of people have shown me kindness before, But that doesn't mean I will ever take it for granted. No matter how many times people help me out in life, I will never forget any of them.
I wonder what kind of dark star Bennett was born under to have this terrible, horrible luck. I don't. I wonder if it's ever explained why he has such terrible luck. Or it's like, nope, he just has bad luck.
Well, instead of repaying
Gonna head
those
to
who
bed.
helped you,
No problem, Leaves.
perhaps
Thanks
you
for
could
stopping
help
by.
others yourself. Everyone meets others in need from time
I
to
think we're
time.
pretty much done here.
By choosing to be there for them, you're passing the kindness you received onto others.
Yep, you're right. That's what I've always tried to do, and will always continue to do. Right. And when Cyrus gets back, I'll find some way to help him out too.
This has been quite an eventful day.
Yeah, it has. It's really hit me how tired I am now that I've started to relax.
I need to rest. Everyone, please excuse me for a while.
Yeah, I need to get some water and maybe a piece of fruit. Once I'm rested up, I need to get back to being an instructor again.
Well, it looks like the curse of the mountaineers who couldn't get off the mountain is finally broken. Feels like an action-packed chapter has come to a close. Shall we find somewhere to rest and chat too?
Why not? Then please, come with me.
Knew he had something to say to me.
You sensed something too, didn't you? Then let's go.
Huh? Are you going back to your camp again? Paimon thought maybe we could talk here.
Come on, Paimon.
Okay. Might as well come with you.
Good. Shall we set off right away?
Sure. Don't have a choice. Follow Albedo to a campsite in the mountains. A campsite?
Sorry for bringing you back here once
It's his
again.
campsite.
Some topics are best discussed in private.
Is this about the imposter?
That's right. I have to say, Traveler, I'm very surprised you noticed the difference between me and the imposter.
You mean the mark on your neck?
Yes. This mark. Perhaps it's where it all began.
Ooh, sounds like the beginning of a big story. Keep going.
Well, I can't deny that what I'm about to say does sound like something from a children's storybook. So, what do you think this diamond-shaped mark means?
A tattoo? A crest? Something else?
A scar?
No. Consider it a birthmark. Have you ever seen an intricate glass ornament and wondered how it was made? Well, one method for crafting with glass is a technique known as glass blowing. Glass blowing is not a widely known art in Teyvat. For this reason, glassware made in this way is usually very expensive. As the name implies, glass blowing involves blowing air into a hole, much like blowing up a balloon. This type of glassware is known for having a pontal mark at the point where the blowpipe was inserted, where the hole was sealed at the very end. This mark is a sign that the item was crafted by a human hand.
Sounds kind of amazing.
It is a wondrous and beautiful art form. Alice says that these marks are seen as proof of the maker's fine handiwork, the only flaw in an otherwise perfect work of art. My mark is something similar to this.
It does look
The
crusty
difference
to the rest of
between
the
synthetic and natural
model
life lies in the directional flow of the life
compared
force.
to the rest.
The energy of a natural life form flows out from within. That's why flower buds bloom and curled leaves unfold. And it's the very reason we watch and wonder at blossoming flowers. Creating life artificially, on the other hand, involves, to a certain extent, the introduction of an external source of energy into the embryonic life form. When the hole where the life force was infused is sealed at the end, it leaves a mark not dissimilar to the pontal mark in blown glasswares. The alchemical substance drips and spreads out in all directions, resulting in this rather ingenious diamond shape.
Wow. So that's where it came from.
This mark is a sign of my artificial origins, and proof of my imperfection as a human. I presume that the imposter intentionally avoided replicating this mark, so as not to become less than perfect himself.
Should you be telling me all this?
You are fundamentally different from other people. I have few qualms about sharing my secrets with you. Just as Paimon said, it all sounds like a story. Even if you were to tell anyone else, they would regard it as nothing more than a tall tale. The transcendent and miraculous are not the only things to which human beings aspire. They pursue the everyday, the ordinary, to a far greater extent than I would have ever imagined.
Hence the notion of otherness.
People like to believe that those who are thoroughly different from themselves could only ever exist in stories. It makes things much easier. Or, in other words, all the unfathomable things we've seen recently would make good material for a novel. I have friends who write novels. If they wrote this story, it'd probably be even more complex.
Making up stories is easy. Even Paimon can do that.
Oh. I didn't know you had that kind of talent.
Paimon's the best guide into that. Making up stories is a piece of cake.
In that case, how about we have a storytelling contest?
What?
We can base our stories on the events of the last few days.
Sounds great. But we still have to help out the Adventurers Guild.
I understand. Creativity is something that cannot be rushed. Take your time, and come back when you have found some inspiration. We'll see whose story is more compelling.
Deal! Okay, we'll regroup with the Adventurers Guild for now.
Sure.
Wait, we're not... Oh.
My story. Yes, I should have known. Master's failed specimen in the dragon's belly. This is where the story truly begins. If we switched places, if you were the survivor, then as the abandoned experiment, the failure of the primordial human project, I'd want to replace you too. I would replicate your appearance, study your alchemy, and create miraculous life forms to divert your attention. I would wait for the right moment, then dispose of you and the Traveler, the sole person to have known your secret. And then, I could finally experience the joy of being brought into the world.
So is there another one? To be continued. Like in another event? Oh my god. Rise of the Fell Flower. Oh, so we have to do that boss. Destroy all the arcane fruits and defeat the Fell Flower. And activate the snowball attack. Use arcane fruit to interrupt the attack and defeat the... Okay, so I can, I guess, redo the boss and do certain challenges.
Paimon's story is finished. Let's go see Albedo again.
Relishing that fate only leads to misconception.
I guess we're still not done. This is something that's supposed to be done over the course of like a week or 2 weeks. And they space it out a couple days apart. So I'm not surprised this is a full-blown event, so I'm not surprised that there's this much. Although it did seem like it was coming to an end there.
Traveler, Paimon, I suppose your story is ready.
Yep. How about you? Do you need some more time?
No need. I am also ready to tell my story.
Paimon calls dibs. Paimon first!
Please, go ahead.
Okay, here goes. Once upon a time, there was an evil researcher who went into the mountains and did a crazy experiment on whopper flowers to transform their appearance. After a lot of pain and suffering, the whopper flowers finally took on a human form. Then they stood by the side of the mountain to wait for unsuspecting bypassers. To whoever spoke to them, they would ask some questions such as, "Who am I? Who are you?" If the bypasser got the wrong answer, the last sound they'd make would be a yelp before the whopper flower ate them alive in one bite.
Ooh, truly frightening.
Yes, Paimon is truly frightening.
What the? You two aren't scared at all!
Maybe I'm just really tough. I don't know.
Don't go nitpicking, okay? If you didn't like the story, go write your own!
Ooh, in that case, I would add some horror elements in. After the whopper flowers eat someone, they would turn into that person.
In other words, the whopper flowers would ambush and then completely replace their victims.
And then adopt their newfound identity.
And then what? Go back to where the person lives? Enter their home? Eat their whole family? Paimon made up this story, but now Paimon's the one who's scared by it.
It's a good story. Oh, may I write it down? I may bring it up in future conversations.
What for? Just to scare people with?
Yes.
You've got a real mean streak, Albedo.
So what's your story?
Mine is a little longer than yours. It starts with an alchemist. A great alchemist once created Subject 1. Subject 1 was her proudest achievement, and successfully blended into human society. No one ever would have thought that this friend of theirs was in fact a synthetic human. However, unbeknownst to Subject 1, the alchemist had tried the same experiment many times before he had come into being. Some of the rejects from failed experiments had been discarded, but had not died. Subject 2 was one such failed experiment. He was swallowed by a great dragon that came to rest upon a snow-swept mountain. Many years later, he was resurrected by the dragon's mysterious power. He saw all kinds of people on the mountain, including Subject 1, who had somehow miraculously blended in among them. Never in Subject 2's wildest imagination had he thought it possible for experimental life forms such as they to deceive everyone so successfully. He saw the way humans accepted Subject 1 as a friend, witnessed their affection as they addressed him by name. This was what Subject 2 wanted. Now, all that Subject 2 desired was to replace Subject 1 and take the joy of his existence for himself.
This is giving Paimon the chills. So scary.
Subject 2 began to unfold his plan. He stole Subject 1's books and notes, and studied all that Subject 1 had learned from the alchemist. Subject 2 was highly intelligent, and he learned quickly. He changed his face into an exact replica of Subject 1's face. Then, he found a plant with mimicry capabilities, and transformed it using dragon blood and alchemy. And so, not only did Subject 2 transform his own appearance to perfectly match that of Subject 1, he also created a third entity, Subject 3.
What? There's 3 of them now?
But Subject 2 wanted to become a perfected human. So, he erased a mark in both his and Subject 3's necks. For these marks were symbols of imperfection.
He purposely erased it?
In my view, it was probably a subconscious act, an instinct. He so desperately craved to become a perfect human being that he forgot something. Human beings are defined by their flaws. Subject 2's plan was meticulously crafted. Subject 3 would draw Subject 1's attention. After Subject 1 disposed of Subject 3, he would assume the threat had now disappeared and would let his guard down. The next moment that Subject 1 was alone, Subject 2 would make his move. He would eliminate Subject 1 and become the only one remaining. He would secretly replace the Subject 1 of everyone's memories and inherit his identity, residence, clothing, sword, name, and friends. People would have no idea that the individual they knew had become somebody else from one day to the next.
This is way too scary. Paimon's never gonna be able to trust anyone again.
But just before Subject 2 could carry out his plan, a unique stranger entered the mix. Subject 2 tried to make contact with this person, but found that they could somehow sense he was different from Subject 1. What's wrong? Are you scared?
What happened then? What happened to the stranger?
He became a new stage in Subject 2's plan. One more person that Subject 2 had to dispose of. It's as if there were 3 identical roses in a garden. Only one of the 3 was a fine specimen, while the other 2 were defective specimens that bore poisonous thorns. In all the world, only the gardener who tended to them could tell which was the good specimen. People do not like poisonous plants. Only a perfect rose can fetch a high price. If the inferior specimens wanted to conceal the fact of their worthlessness, they would have to take the gardener out of the picture, using their poisonous thorns. This is exactly what Subject 2 was thinking. So, he hid in the shadows and waited patiently. Maybe soon, he would get his chance to become truly human.
This is not just a story. Yeah, no shit. These are real events. Albedo is trying to tell me the cruel and unbelievable truth.
That was intense. So what happened after that? Did Subject 2's plan succeed? Paimon can't bear thinking about it.
Fortunately, it is just a story. And even in this story, Subject 2 did not succeed. But you can never let your guard down on Dragonspine. Monsters mutated with Durin's power and blood are also creatures of Rhine-Daughter, just like me. You must beware of all such creatures.
Don't say that. You're not a monster, you're my friend.
I'm glad to hear that.
Mhm.
It's okay. I know what I am. You and I are both different, so there is no need for me to hide the truth from you. The only thing is that sometimes, when I think about how mighty the power of alchemy is, I feel so small. As beings who set foot in this world, how arrogant are we in desiring to control our destiny, and in desiring to create? Is creation an arrogant act, Traveler? If not, why do we call the ones that created us and control us gods? If it is, then what qualifies us to call ourselves creators? How far must we take our reverence and respect, and what purpose does it serve?
How did you feel when you took out the imposter?
Nothing special. But whenever I think about it, I feel a twinge of grief.
Poor Albedo.
Hello? Traveler, are you here?
Hey, is that Amber?
Thought we might find you here.
We're here to deliver a message from Cyrus. There's gonna be a big event down at the base camp, and they want you there too, Traveler.
Winter camp is nearing its end. Apparently, even provisional instructors are required to attend.
Looks like we need to go, Albedo. Bye for now.
Then I won't keep you. I have some things to attend to here, so forgive me for not seeing you down.
Don't worry about it. There have been no issues getting up and down the mountain recently.
Is everyone ready? Let's not keep them waiting.
Oh boy. I wonder if we're gonna have another boss fight.
Huh?
A gigantic version of Joel.
Allow me to introduce Yozerf. He's Joel's father.
You mean Joseph?
Dad, this is that traveler I was telling you about. The traveler's helped me out loads in the past, and this time we even built a snowman together.
We didn't.
Joel has told me everything about you. I can't thank you enough.
I'm glad you're finally reunited.
Wow, this is amazing! Wait a second. Why is Cyrus discreetly wiping tears away? And what is Pallid doing here?
Pallid is the hero of the hour this time. Go on, Pallid. Tell us what happened in your own words.
Okay. The weather was fine on that fateful day, and I had a feeling that Lady Luck was smiling down on me. So I trusted my gut and set off to explore somewhere new, somewhere dangerous. Because where there is great danger, there is also great treasure.
What if this Joel's father is the imposter and the kid's dad is actually still dead?
Why does this sound so hard to believe?
But I had only been away from the group for a short while when I fell down a slope and just started rolling.
Uh-oh. Did my bad luck rub off on him when we ran into each other on the mountain?
The place I fell to was somewhere I didn't recognize, and I'd sustained a few injuries. I remember thinking to myself, this is the worst luck I've ever had in my whole life. Then I met Yozerv. He'd heard the sound of me falling and came out to see what was going on.
Huh?
Wow, so it was completely by chance then.
I thought he must have been someone from the Adventurers Guild here for the event, but after a few words of conversation, it was clear that he was having memory problems. He didn't even know his own name. The temperature was freezing, and there was no time to deal with all that there and then, so I convinced him to come back to the camp with me and figure everything else out after we got there. We got back to the camp, ran into Joel, and the moment he saw him, he froze for a second, with this completely stunned expression on his face, and then he started crying out, "Dad! Dad!" That's when Yozerv suddenly started to remember.
Yeah, suddenly started to remember. This is some fucking The Thing, or, Invasion of the Body Snatchers nonsense.
My memory has still not fully recovered, but Joel and his mother, they are the only ones that I will not, no, that I cannot forget.
Daddy.
Daddy's right here, Joel. Daddy's right here.
Yozerf, don't you remember anything else at all? The poor princess, feeding the foxes?
I'm sorry. I have no recollection. Maybe it's because of the head trauma. I'm not sure.
Liar.
I woke up and found myself covered in blood. My things were gone, and there was nothing to indicate who I was or how I got there. I crawled into a cave and settled in for a slow recovery. After my legs and feet were a little better, my hunting skills were what kept me alive.
Dad, I was so worried about you.
I'm all right now, Joel. Oh, don't cry. Daddy's not going anywhere. I'm here to stay.
Oh, this is good. This is good.
All's well that ends well. Eh?
You know what, though? I definitely think my luck got worse after running into Benin on that mountain.
I knew it. I just...
No. I just meant if it weren't for you, there's no way I ever would have run into Yozerv on a mountain this huge. Besides, we got back safely, didn't we? So don't blame yourself. Maybe sometimes miracles can only happen when you get just unlucky enough.
Pallid. When did you become such a smooth talker, huh?
Huh? Am I? I was just telling the truth.
Oh, yeah. I want to say thank you to the Traveler, Uncle Cyrus, Auntie Eula, and Auntie Amber. Thanks, everyone. You all helped look after me, and I will always remember it. But I guess I can't take the snowman with me, or it'll melt once it leaves Dragonspine. It's such a shame.
Oh, I can help with that. One moment.
Huh? Eula?
Here, take this. It's powdered rime. Just add it to your snowman, and it will never melt.
What?
Wow! Really? Oh, this is awesome! You're the best, Auntie Eula! Dad, I have an unmeltable snowman now! How cool is that?
How can I ever repay you all?
Don't mention it.
Thank you all. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Dad, I want to go move the snowman. Can we do it now, please?
Okay. I'll be leaving with Joel now. I'm sure I'll see you all another day.
Very well, very well. It's time for Pallid and I to have another discussion concerning his breaches of adventurer discipline.
Huh? But Cyrus, I think I kind of made up for my mistakes this time, you know?
See you guys!
Oh, I made this for you and Amber. Think of it as a winter souvenir.
Aw, are you sure? This must be really important to you.
Come on now, just take it. No need to make such a fuss.
Wow! Now our snowman won't melt either! Great!
I'll treasure it.
You're welcome. Just keep it. That's all I ask. Amber and I have some business to attend to now. See you later.
See you! Everyone's gone. Seems like they've all got their own stuff to do now. Oh! You know what? We've been on Dragonspine all this time, and somehow Paimon still forgot to ask Albedo about how to make a fruit juicifier machine that could keep the juice fresh. Maybe we should try Timaeus again. He does seem pretty eager to please after all.
Every camera shift, that thing's size changes drastically, and I hate it. She's probably about 2 feet tall. If I had to guess. Oh, it didn't mark the... Yeah, what? Oh, here. Whoops. Sending me back to Mondstadt. I forgot that he went back to Mondstadt already. Ron does not like Paimon.
Traveler and Paimon, what can I do for you? Wait a minute. You've got that mischievous look on your face. Oh, you're not still thinking about that ridiculous juicer thing, are you?
Timaeus, will you help us?
There's no us in this situation, Paimon.
Well, if the Traveler isn't really interested, then, yeah, maybe I'll give this one a pass. It's just the weirdest request ever.
No, but Paimon's Sunsetias are gonna go to waste without it!
And the time it would take me to research something like that, I could probably pick those Sunsetias again 10 times over.
New research project, Timaeus?
Hmm?
We meet again.
Oh, Albedo, thank goodness. So the situation is, Paimon wants a machine that can turn fruit into juice and keep the juice fresh. I mean, surely it's...
Majorly important, that's what it is. If you can manage to invent this, we'll never have to worry about fruit going bad ever again!
That's impossible.
Wait a minute. He did have a diamond on his neck. Wait, his neck?
Turning fruit into juice is not hard, but keeping it fresh is more difficult. But if you simply want to keep the fruit from rotting, there are many ways to achieve this. Right, Traveler?
Your neck. The mark is back. Is this a prank?
What about his neck?
What's wrong? Is there something on my neck?
That's fine.
From the look on your face, it's as if you thought I just played a practical joke on you that was in exceedingly poor taste.
So it was a prank. You son of a bitch.
Albedo, You were saying, how do you stop fruit from going bad?
Well, one way would be to bury your fruit on Dragonspine, where the snow never melts all year round.
But then Paimon won't be able to eat them!
You could always live on Dragonspine.
No, too cold for Paimon.
Or you can give the fruit to me, and I would take it to Dragonspine for you. But since you don't like the cold, you'd have to send someone else to pick them up when you want them. This is where you come in, Traveler.
Suddenly sounds a lot more feasible with other people doing all the work. Okay then, shall we go with that idea?
Fruit buried on Dragonspine will stay fresh for much longer. However, it is also possible that the fruit will sprout and grow into fruit trees. Who knows? Maybe the next time you visit, it will have grown into an orchard. You can water the trees, add fertilizer, and when they finally bear fruit, you will have some fresh sunsettias.
No way! Then Paimon will have to be a gardener! That's not the goal here.
Oh? Well, I don't think being a gardener is so bad.
Gardener. I didn't expect Albedo to joke about this. Doesn't he care about what that mark means?
Albedo! Stop trying to get your hands on Paimon's super sweet Cinzedias!
It bothers you, does it?
Of course it bothers Paimon! They are the rarest, super duper sweetest Cinzedias ever! And they're not for you!
Okay, but they're just Sunsettias. I think you're only so attached to them because you don't have much fruit of this quality in your possession. When someone's pockets are full and their spirit is fulfilled, they don't easily fall prey to this kind of yearning.
Really?
Makes a lot of sense. To be continued. Oh, Lord. Right, this is the thing. Oh. This is the snowman thing.
Astrologers must rid themselves of material desires.
Is there any more of this quest, though?
By ridding oneself of clutter can...
Dragonspine is too cold for ordinary fruit trees to survive. But if, one day, Dragonspine did become home to gardens and orchards, there would be more reasons for people to visit. Perhaps a little life is the key to attracting people. Life may exist in all kinds of unfathomable forms, and in all manner of unthinkable environments. Mysterious, yet tenacious. Perhaps this is what makes life so special.
Is that it for the quests? For his quests, at the very least? Wait a minute, Shadow of the Past? No, this is a different thing. Okay, I think we did all the... I think that's the story quests. Or that's all the event quests. Let's see here. So the only thing that's left is... So I have 4 days left to do all the fucking... the snowman quests. And the obstacle courses. And this boss fight challenge thing. Whether these are worth it is debatable. Oh. You can buy these things. Okay, well that's definitely an off-stream thing. I think that's it, though. Up until now, it's been leading me to the next thing, and it's not saying that it's locked behind another day. Boy, Albedo sure wanted you to think, like, am I the imposter still? You never know. Perhaps I'm the imposter just adding it to my neck to fit in more properly. Who knows? I'd do any of that when you could just fight the login boss of Final Fantasy XIV. Yeah, I'll just join the queue and wait my turn out of the thousands of people that want to play the fucking DLC right now. I'm good. I think I'm good for now on that. I'll play it eventually. It's not something I won't play. I'll get to it eventually. I think the problem I'm having is streaming it is a pain in the ass. The game itself takes up so much internet usage that streams are jittery and low quality. Even at like 720, 30 FPS, it has issues. So I'm not sure what I can really do about that. Unless we get another upgrade to our internet, but I don't see that in the near future. I don't know, maybe we'll figure something out, but it might be a little difficult to stream that game, personally. Just noticing the crust after the last time I streamed it. It might be something I have to lower the settings for and be not HD, which bugs me. But I'm done streaming this for today. That went on for 3.5 hours, but it was mostly the story of Albedo and his existence, which I wasn't expecting to get a full-blown backstory, more or less, to his character in this event. Joe was in the one that was 17,000 people. Oh my god. Waiting for that shit. Yeah, I was just playing Animal Crossing. I wasn't doing that. But you have a good night, Ron. Thanks for stopping by.
Fate is cold as such,
I'll stream this again
cannot be changed.
sometime soon, but I'm going to be doing this event off stream. There's going to be a lot of grindy stuff, I can already tell. Sorry if you're interested in me building snowmen or doing obstacle courses, but I think the story was more interesting. Anyway, you all have a good night. Bye-bye.